Welcome to the Podcast FC show. My name is Tum. Our opening segment is powered by ZipRecruiter. It's the new year, which means a fresh start for your business. And a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can with ZipRecruiter. You can jumpstart your hiring in 2017, post your job to 200 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's right, ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. One more time to try for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan.
Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Radio. CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio and video coverage of your favorite Boston sports teams. Follow CLNS Radio on social media. On Twitter, you can find them at CLNS Radio. On Facebook, search CLNS Fans. That's one word, CLNS Fans. And download the free CLNS Radio app on the iOS store and Android store as well. Simply search CLNS Radio in your app marketplace. Podcast now.
He's like, I'm lazy. He's like, yeah, man, there's no support there, so, you know what I mean? But I didn't go too far, you know? Could have said you just drink beer with your buddies and shit, but...
Yeah, hang out, have fun,
have
a good time.
Didn't take it there.
Enjoy the free ride.
Damn saucy.
Free ride.
Yes, sir.
Where we going?
Had a rough week. Had a weird week.
What happened?
I had a weird week, man.
Hey.
What happened?
to your weird week.
Time to get loose, yo. Time to get loose.
I'll drink my soda to that.
What special sauce going on there?
Yeah, water bottle.
Hey, everybody except Liverpool. Perfect.
Hot thumbs up.
Hey,
Go fucking
you got,
nerd.
you guys know that I've been
Almost
trying to
Champions
calm down with that
Go
stuff.
from rapper to nerd, man. How does that work, man?
Be rabid.
I know.
Where be rabid at, bro? That's when Liverpool are flying high, fucking coming in there, fucking freestyling and shit. We're Liverpool now. Now look at you. Trying to crunch numbers and explain shit.
No.
He's doing his best
No,
Klopp
dude.
tonight. That's what he's
I'm a
doing.
chameleon.
We got Best
Chameleon.
Bussington with
I can
us.
fit into any group, dude. Put me with the nerds.
Chameleon.
Put me with the rappers. I'm
What are
kidding.
you, Clark Kent?
I'm from
Superman?
G to MC Square.
Oh,
That was so
God.
lame.
Oh, no. Who's man?
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
That was just bad.
I can hang out with them too.
Speaking of bad, how bad was PSG today?
Jesus. Speaking of shite.
Oh, my God.
Speaking
dude.
of celebrating too early.
What do you have to say,
Dude,
Tom?
shit your
Huss?
pants.
I knew it
Yo.
all along. No, I did not, man. Holy shit, bro. I got to give you your props here. Tiki, I got to give you your props. Man.
Well, right here. Right over here.
Nah,
Take some of
man,
that.
Not so much you. You
take
chill
some
out by
of that.
yourself.
Send it over.
You non-playing players over there. Dude, got to give you credit. Barca with the amazing, miraculous comeback. They make history. The first team to ever come back from a 4-0 deficit in the round of 16 in Champions League. I mean, what an amazing game. It was ups and downs. There was some controversy. It had everything that you wanted in it. I have to show respect to Barcelona. I guess goals win
It had
championships.
seven. It had seven
Not
goals.
defense.
This game had 7 goals.
It was
And
insane.
6 of them
Champions
were
League.
from one team.
There were
Like-
so many. Like the Champions League has just become goals lately.
Yeah,
Like
what's
Bayern
our
got
defense?
dusted. Barcelona got dusted by Bayern. Like Pep did. It's like now like teams get getting blown out. Arsenal. We'll get there.
Nah, we won't.
Well, you just got to
So
go
many
with the,
goals, dude. It's ridiculous.
It's the Hussey way of thinking, right? All we got to do
Yeah.
is outscore.
It is true. That's what this term is boiled down to, man. The best attacking talent in the world going at it.
And look, I think the game's been adapted to that to
Definitely.
actually infuse more attack in the games, more goals. That's
Everyone's
what
going with the
everyone
three
wants to
backs
see.
now.
Yeah,
Because you
More
want to
goals.
sustain
More
pressure.
attacks, more attacks, more goals.
Also,
Yeah,
just
just
the
went
rule
4-4-2,
changes.
4-3-3,
3-4-3.
3-4-3 now.
All the rule changes with cards,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
one tactical foul where you pull someone's jersey back is an automatic yellow card now, so it makes it even more difficult to defend.
Yeah.
All these little things too. But, dude, Barcelona scores in the 3rd minute of the game. And the Camp Nou was alive before then. You could sense, you know, something special in the air.
But there was some nerves in the
Scared.
fans. There's a bit
Exactly.
of nerve. Everyone's like cheering, like nervously looking around, like, "Hey,
It's-
are we just being dummies?" And then fucking Suarez.
As soon as that
strikes.
goal goes in, he's
Game on.
waving his hands. He's going crazy. It
loves
wasn't
it.
like the
He's shooting his-
typical. It was like
Yeah. El pistolo.
pistoletta,
he
man,
was
waving his
losing it.
hands was amazing. But I thought that the defense, Barcelona, would give up a goal, and they did in this game. They did, man.
They should have given up more, man. Cavani, Mr. Cowish. He's gonna
That's his
get the
trademark, bro.
headlines as, you know, the guy who scored the goal at the Camp Nou, but man, this dude needed what, 2 or 3 opportunities to get that one, as we always say.
He hit the post with his left foot off of a cross. He had that like breakaway where
With Trapp kicked it.
yeah, what's his name?
Not Trapp, I'm sorry. Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen. Nice kick save. He should have lifted that one, but El Matador, man, he just could not get it done. It sucked. It sucked because I wanted Barcelona. I'm so tired of Barcelona, man. I'm so tired of
Dude.
seeing them progress every single time. They take all of Arsenal's players. It's personal for me. You know, they take our players. They shit on us. And they beat us in the round of 16. Good going, Farid.
Fuck, I give up.
I don't think anyone
Fucking
heard it.
technology's not working tonight.
So, you know what?
I'm bitter.
PSG wasn't working tonight. The big thing.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on, Ryan. Before you say anything, I have to ask you a question. Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't play for the team, and they still didn't make it past this round.
Yeah.
What's the excuse this time?
Ooh.
It's not an excuse. I'm just, hey, you know what? They played bad. So the big difference is Lucas
Yeah,
Moura played instead
pass
of
it
Di
over.
Maria. Because the first game, look, Di Maria had 2 goals. I know it was his birthday, whatever, and he was all pumped up.
Look, I
your
don't think he
birthday.
played
But
good
yeah,
'cause it was his
I know.
birthday.
I'm just building up.
He was
where-
extra
where-
happy that day, so
Where you
he
can also-
scored.
Well, the thing is, I don't like the 4-5-1. They also changed the formation. Sitting back is awful against Barcelona because, like we have said about Liverpool, where if you go against Liverpool, they'll beat you. If you sit back with Liverpool, you have a really good chance of beating Liverpool.
Bro, I think
but with Barcelona, what I'm saying is, if you sit back, you let Otamendi, Piqué, Mascherano, you let every single player of Barcelona on your half. If you have Cavani up top, they have to respect his speed, so they're not pressing and pressing.
Bro,
you have no outlet.
The first 2 goals were not typical Barcelona goals. They were ugly goals.
Yes, that's
And-
fine.
and
I'm not
you know
talking
what
about
it
those
was?
first 2. I'm talking
No,
about all 6.
But that's what. So am I. But that's what ignited the whole situation, right? Kevin Trapp is indecisive.
How
the
do you
ball's
let the
high-
ball bounce inside the 6, dude?
He thought about coming out. If
He
you saw the
did,
replay,
and he
he
changes his
hesitates, changes his mind.
What happens when a
It-
goalie's caught in no man's land, dude?
Goals.
Thank you.
Goals happen. He changes his mind. He hesitates. Should have came out and
And how
punched that.
tall is Suarez? Like what, 5'10"?
5'9", 5'10",
Giant.
something around there. So, yeah, that's what happened. The ball bounces in his box. Then he realizes,
Oh,
shit,
shit.
I have to go for this ball now. Too little, too late. Suarez is brave. Got to give him his credit.
Yeah.
Gets his head on it.
He's so quick.
Gets a little punch to the side of the head, but it's worth it because he scores in the 3rd minute.
on this, I mean, I know people.
That's just the first goal. The second goal was horrendous, too.
What I'm talking about, the formation, the tactics. How many times did you see PSG pass the ball at 19 yards out in front of the net in the middle of the field, passing
right.
and passing and passing? Right there, I know people knock it, but right there, kick it long
You know-
to Cavani.
you know
His
what it-
speed,
That was later in the game, though,
But-
Huss, that point you
I
mentioned.
know, but it's still throughout the whole game. How much offensive ability did they have? PSG have in the first half? Zero.
You know what? They,
Do
yeah,
you
they
know what
didn't
it
look
comes
good.
Zero.
down to?
They didn't
It
look
comes
good.
down to, man, overthought, right? So basically PSG, these guys are world-class players on both teams. They're getting pinned down. You know, Bournemouth is used to being pinned down, so they know exactly how to frustrate a Man United and a Liverpool as well. So instead of being the kind of team who's not afraid of playing that 20, 30-yard ball up into Cavani, letting him hold and breaking off him, as soon as they win the ball, what do? They try to calm things down with
Or just
possession.
ping, pass it around them.
But
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
you're
To
right.
calm things down with possession, just knocking it around, not thinking, hey, we're doing this in our 18-yard box. Let's play it upfield. You know, so they got caught up in just being professional the only way to calm a storm is with possession, take the sting out of the game. But they were doing it like Hussey saying in their final third. It was quite ineffective.
They finally started playing offense when Barcelona already had 3 goals. I know one of the goals came so early. But, I mean, with Lucas Moura out there, one of the best things that he brings is pace. You're not using the pace on the outside. I know that they were trying to double Neymar on the outside, but when you sit back and sit back and sit back, you're letting those guys dance with the ball. And what happens with that? Fouls, which leads to yellow cards, which leads to 2 penalties, which leads to
there's no defending Lucas Moura. Kicks. He had a bad game, but I also thought he injured his back, and that was a part. Knee. He landed awkwardly, and I think that like after that, but even before then, he wasn't playing too well. I'm not trying to defend it, but I blame it more on shitty defending. I don't look at it necessarily at tactics of Unai Emery because they won 4-0 in the first game. Yes, this was a different game. He was trying to be more defensive, but if Marquinhos clears that on the second goal, that Iniesta just heel flicked, and it was the Kurzawa own goal. Again, Kevin Trapp tries to save it. It hits off of Kurzawa, and it goes in the back of their own net. If Marquinhos just kicks that out, it's not a goal.
That's already 2 goals.
That's 2
Trapp
shitty
comes
goals.
out. Trapp comes out, catches that ball, takes command of his box like a goalkeeper should. Suarez doesn't score. Marquinhos puts his foot through that ball, out for a corner or throw-in.
Fear.
There's no goal.
It's fear. Yeah. They played afraid the whole game.
And even the third goal, the penalty kick, which I thought was a little...
soft.
It was soft, a little suspicious. Say how you want. I think, I was talking with a compatriot of mine about this, and I guess Neymar is the smart player.
You can give his name.
Dude. Nah,
what are you, the army
inside information right here. It's the inside information, all right?
It's Arsenal TV.
Talking to DT?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about who I was talking to.
Talking to Neymar
himself. Neymar was the smarter player. He exaggerated his dive. Muniz on the ground. He slips prior to, and then he's like bear crawling into the PK box, and Neymar's shin somehow hit his head, and that's what causes the penalty kick. Soft as shit. A typical Barcelona PK.
That was more the PK than the other one, I thought.
I thought, Suarez was weaker. Suarez was weak.
No, you see, I actually thought there was... Due to the defender, due to Marquinhos not looking at the ball,
he looked over his left shoulder, then he came back around.
They went NFL rules. He didn't play the ball. He looked over his shoulder, realized the ball.
Classic pass interference.
Doesn't matter. He made contact with the player before the ball was there.
And there was the forearm across the neck.
What I'm saying is, the one against Neymar, he jumped across Neymar's path. I thought that was more of a penalty than having Suarez sniff your wrist a little bit.
See, I thought Neymar initiated that contact.
Well, he did, but Suarez went down extreme. Like the minute that,
but Suarez was taken out. Like, sure, he was soft to go down, like he got shot.
Out? Yeah, dude, he didn't get hit. He got rubbed in the face. He got rubbed, and then he fell.
Look at the feet. The feet tangle. Yeah, that's the key to that one. There's an arm across his body,
across his neck.
Yeah, he looks at the ball. Then he looks at Suarez. There's an arm across the body, but the feet tangle as well.
That's exactly where he loses credibility for me, because he checks the ball, sees that the ball is too perfect. It's going over him.
Jesus Christ,
so he looks at the man, turns his head on the ball. If he's looking at the ball the whole way through and he hits Suarez, I don't think the ref even calls a PK.
And you know why Suarez goes down easy? Because he is looking at the ball the whole time.
Yes.
He's not focused on Marquinhos. Yes. He's so focused on the ball that when there is contact,
he's ready for contact. He's soft as shit.
He definitely sold it.
Yeah, forget about the defender there. I think Trapp had a horrible game. Between the second, but right there,
who had a worse game, Marquinhos or Kevin Trapp?
I think Kevin Trapp, because Marquinhos actually had
Lucas Moura
was saved the ball off the line one time. He saved the ball off the goal line too. So I think Trapp on that penalty, some goalies would have came out and punched that ball, whether the defender was coming in or not. So it was. I don't think
perfect ball.
I don't think Trapp had really good command of his 18-yard box. He didn't.
I agree.
I was disappointed in Verratti. Rabiot.
Rabiot more than Verratti.
Matuidi. Where was PSG today?
I thought Matuidi was actually like their best midfielder.
Today was the day I said I wish United signs Matuidi. I've always, liked him.
He's pretty good.
But man, offensively, defensively, Rabiot was playing the sitting role. And like he was sort of like a number 8. He couldn't really...
He was giving away possession so cheaply.
He was. Rabiot had a bit of a mare. He had those scares where like people were like, this dude is on the French national team. Remember how much heat he was getting?
Yeah.
And then he's had a good season at PSG this year so far, at least from, the little I've seen of PSG. But yeah, this game he took a nap. He's not a proper number 6 on the big stage.
Is he ready for that yet? And Iniesta looked like an old man the game prior. This game... He looked
Fuego.
back to it, back to his original state. I think this is where I give Luis Enrique credit tactically, because it looked like Iniesta and Neymar were overloading on Meunier. Every time Neymar would get the ball out there, Iniesta was one of the first people in support of him. So that had to drag out Verratti a little bit out of position. He had to match up with Iniesta there. And it was just a difficult time for Meunier, who couldn't get us forward as
put
he
our
wanted
best
to.
passer best to our next 1v1 man.
Yeah. And
If we're talking about passes, you're talking about how you want PSG. Well, we're talking about how they're trying to settle the game down. Who's probably one of the best people on the ball for PSG?
Verratti.
Well, besides that, Di Maria, who's on the bench.
That's a good call.
Because if you put Di Maria on the outside, you give him the ball, he can
put
settle the ball down, he can get into space, or he can deliver one of the best crosses in the world to a Cavani running behind the defense, because they're pushing so far.
Put him in the middle.
Can we fast forward for 1 second?
Well, 1 second, because Barcelona was playing at times a 3-2-5 basically. They were pushing so high up the field that they need an outlet, but Cavani was in the 18-yard box. That's what I'm saying. They had all 10 men, all 11 men around the 18.
That was desperate to defend.
Nah, dude.
No, this was during the whole game,
They
man.
started that way, man. Cavani was playing number 6. I even put it in my notes. I couldn't believe it. When they started the game, dude, they right away laid down for Barcelona. That's why Barcelona was just like, oh, yeah? Like, that's exactly what we want. Cavani was literally playing a number 6.
When there's no drain, comes the flood. That's what Barcelona gave them. They had no way to get rid of it, so they just kept on flooding them with shots.
Joke.
That's not a joke. It's like an analogy, dude. You had no outlet. You had no outlet to put that water. They kept on getting flooded with shots.
They kind of changed that in the middle of the half, because Cavani did extend out. He was able to pull back a goal.
Because they realized, like, Jesus.
Yeah, just lay over
no
the best defense's attack in this instance. But
and who was on the field?
Bro,
Di Maria. I know he didn't.
Let's fast forward to that Di
it wasn't
Maria.
fully him,
Remember
but-
Di Maria, I think it was the 85th minute. Yeah? And Di Maria is a 2-on-1. Di Maria has Cavani wide open.
Squared it, dude.
On the back post. This could have been the game right here. Game, set, match.
Tries to dink.
But although he does make the selfish decision to try go for goal, was that a penalty kick on Mascherano? The tackle, in my opinion, affected the shot, causing it to go out wide for a goal kick. That was a straight foul, in my opinion.
I think with a replay, yeah, that's probably a foul. But at the ref's speed and his angle,
he's like 30
he's
meters
30 yards away.
Yeah.
It's a fast break kind of attack. And it looks like Di Maria goes for a chip, which he's done before. You know, the way it looked when I first saw it live. When I saw the replay, I was like, oh.
Straight foul, red card, back of your Achilles.
Yeah. But I don't blame the ref too much on that one. Like,
it's funny
when
how
I saw
PSG doesn't get that call. Barcelona, they get the
Here we
PK
go,
call.
Mr. Conspiracy.
That's funny. No, I just think it's funny. The assistant ref was also there too, so we know that the assistant is there to help. But PSG doesn't get that call.
I think
That's funny.
I think you're looking for the term. I just lost the word. What the hell is
Way to come in hard, Al. Way to land in hard,
Destroyed.
Self-destroyed.
Yeah,
Look at
sorry,
those
guys.
haymakers.
The hell was it? Preferred something.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Preferential treatment.
Preferential treatment. Thank you, Bus. Comes in with the save. What a guy! Preferential treatment. Thank you, Bus. My man, the encyclopedia.
But I mean,
With the glasses.
I do agree with Tom. I mean,
They get preferential treatment. It have a benefit of the doubt. It always goes to Barcelona.
That was
man.
such a PK. That grinds my gears, man, so much. Just there's preferential treatment, Al. But look, you can't take away from Barcelona. And for me, the player of the match, stepping up in the biggest moments of this game, Neymar. This was a Ballon d'Or type performance.
This is Ronaldinho. This is what great players do. They score free kicks under pressure. You know.
And Messi had a free kick. I think did he have 2?
Bro, he had a couple set pieces before.
I think
that
he had
was shit
2.
delivery.
Yeah. He had one that went over the net. He had one that hit the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he had a couple. So Neymar, came in there like a boss, took the ball, scored at, look, I'm going to say a near impossible angle. Not impossible, but like,
For a
you
righty?
shouldn't be scoring from there.
Oh, that's someone's favorite angle out there. You know what I mean? Like that curling away from the goalie.
But like the net, the way the free kick is, the goalie has enough time to scramble. He can
He
almost
should have had
cheat.
enough time. Yeah,
Exactly.
He didn't
Perfect
get
free
there.
kick.
He's a guy that's not going to go in.
And he watched it go in. If he literally, instead of sitting there like he's on the beach or something and extends his arm He could have touched. I'm not
Because
saying
even he knew that it was on. Even he knew it was his control. He's like, it's over.
It was a
I'm just
perfect.
gonna
He
let
laid
this
down,
one go
dude.
in, man.
PSG just
It's
laid.
just gonna happen. We're done.
See,
He knew they were cooked.
I thought the commentator was a little bit harsh in that respect. He was like, at least dive. I get what he
Dude.
was saying. At least like
Bro.
make an effort. But it was perfect.
He's
It was
like-
a perfect free kick, man.
Dude, you're not paid to be a spectator, dude. I could have
You-
done
you-
that job.
you
I
jump
could
in-
sit there and admire fucking Neymar free kicks over my head all day.
Nah, it was one
But
of
you
those
jump
you
into
just-
the post.
That's
You
it.
jump into the
Sacrifice
goddamn
your
post.
body, dude.
Okay?
He just made you.
You crack your skull off it, you save the game.
You've never
Thank
been
you.
in goal and seen one of those. You're just like, you're forced to watch.
Well,
it
actually,
go in.
if he goes, and
That's
hits-
poor goalkeeping.
That's
That's
to be
poor
fair,
goalkeeping on the big
perfect.
occasion. You got caught up in the moment. You make that save.
if he dives,
Perfect free
if he
kick.
dives and hits the
It
post,
was, dude. It was perfect.
if he dives and hits the post, he goes down for a minute or two. Have the medics come out.
But it didn't hit the post.
Right, maybe he
what I'm saying
dies.
is if the goalie goes out, if he makes
it Ryan Mason?
maybe
No.
waste like another minute, because you know what? If he can waste another 20 seconds,
Slow-
if they don't put him
slow
the extra
buck.
time, that's the goal in the end game.
So you think, okay, should I jump and save this so that it can
Please.
kill some extra time?
Please.
Is that what he's thinking as he's diving?
No.
The point is, the guy needs to dive and make an attempt at the ball. Bottom
That's it.
line. Otherwise,
That's it.
you just
Whatever
you just-
happens after that.
Yeah,
I don't
get
give
the
a
hell
shit.
outta
You
here.
hit the post, you hit the net, you hit the ground.
That's like
Just
take a lap.
give
Take
me
a
an
lap,
effort.
dude. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
He
with
knew
that?
it was
Get out of
over.
here.
So he just let it fly.
Oh
Wait,
my
you
god!
know,
He knew it was
admiring.
destiny, bro.
Now, right before that,
He
right,
knew it was destiny.
It's like I dreamt this.
right before that free kick went in, Ryan texted us all. Do you remember what he said?
Oh my God! Please.
Ryan, what did you say? I forgot what you said in the
Because
text.
right
Neymar's
after-
a bitch.
no.
He sucks.
No.
He said Neymar showed his true colors
What I
because he
said
wasn't
was-
doing anything all game.
It's funny how Farid asked me a question, then answered himself.
Because you're
Just, I want to get the real story out, and then you can the Hussey's
yeah.
detailed and elaborate version. Go.
Okay. So I can talk now. Okay. So basically, after the Cavani goal, Neymar started getting frustrated, and in the box, Marquinhos, I think it was, he was dribbling out or passing out, and then Neymar comes in after the ball's out, chomps his leg. I mean, his ankle,
He was
crushes
pissed.
it.
He was pissed.
So I said, dude, Neymar's acting like a little bitch. Hashtag true colors.
He just boiled over,
Dude,
man.
sometimes you gotta crunch people, man.
You know what his true colors
No,
are?
no, no. Someone that dives as much as him doesn't have the right to crunch people.
Someone
Especially- especially from behind.
Hold on. Somebody who
And
gets
don't even-
destroyed
don't
more than anyone else on the
Right,
planet.
right.
This guy gets crunched,
Dude.
ball or not, every game,
Every
more
game.
than anybody.
Yeah,
Every
at
game.
My minimal,
So he's not allowed to do it?
dude. At my minimal level, I played soccer in.
Half the
I
time
was
he
that
doesn't get
target.
touched.
I was that guy getting
Yeah.
hit. Any opportunity I got to kill a defender, I did, dude. No
100%.
problem.
Smoke him. Hurt
Get
him.
licks.
Get him out of the game so they
Exactly.
play the backup. So
Well, look, I wasn't going
Yeah,
that
yeah.
far, but
Whatever,
I was
do
like,
whatever
all
you
right,
gotta do.
out.
do what you gotta
crossing the
do.
line.
Make the tackle. Kick him with the knee.
Yeah, Farid's
Don't care.
getting
Get him in the
violent.
field.
Stuck in.
Oh, I didn't mean to
Okay.
two-foot him.
PFC team right here.
Dude,
Ref, I didn't mean to two-foot him. I
Hey.
just slipped.
should have been standing there. Get the hell out of the way.
Dude, Neymar showed what he's really made of in the 88th minute
Yeah, dude.
with that
Forget
free
about
kick.
the diving, man. Focus on what he did.
Not only that, and here's where I have to give Messi some credit here, but there is a difference between him and CR7 mentality-wise. Whether it's negative or positive, that's for you to decide. He gives up the penalty kick to Neymar. And
Yeah.
some would say, optimistically, that is a leadership trait. I had a PK earlier in the game. The goalie may know where I'm going. I may be in my own head. I'm going to give this to you, Neymar. You just hit a free
Is that what
kick.
it was?
team.
You think that's what it was?
Do it for the
I
team.
think it was, man. I think it was, he was thinking strategically.
Argentina, World Cup Finals,
And I
Copa
also,
Finals.
You're right. You're so right. I also think he was in his own head. Like, I kind of don't want to mess this up.
But he's the
Yo,
greatest.
but
Like, it's
Neymar-
crazy
Is he,
to think.
though?
Yo.
Okay,
Yo, but-
Good question.
But
Good
hey,
question.
Neymar was
okay,
also
okay.
Hey,
Debatably, debatably
guys,
the best, the greatest.
But Neymar was also, I mean, between dribbling, shooting, everything, he was just on fire. So you have to let that guy take the shot.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
No, no,
if
no,
we're
no,
gonna talk
but-
about the penalty real quick, is that stutter? Is that a stutter?
Oh,
or
dude.
is that just like you're taking a vacation and
Verratti
then
was
coming
right
back?
next to him.
Dude, he took a
My
nap.
God.
Verratti was right
That was like
next
a
to him,
4-second.
Neymar
like,
stopped
stutter.
to take a nap, dude. It
He
was
just stopped.
ridiculous.
But he never stopped moving. And that's
That's
the
that
key.
What about the
With-
stutter
with
now?
That's the key.
When
What
did
up
he
with the
not
stutter?
stop moving?
What about it?
Never stop moving.
Stutter.
To you,
Are you sure he didn't stop?
On the
Stutter.
biggest,
Stutter
on the
percentages.
biggest moment, you stutter.
You gotta stutter.
To you,
Play the
to
big-
you,
no, you
Mano a
don't
mano.
gotta.
Mano a mano. I'm looking at you. Where you going? You going left? You going
Just do
right?
the Lewandowski. Just never look at the ball.
I'm not
The
sure.
whole
If
time
he,
he's
I'm
making
not sure if he was
contact
always
with the
going
goal.
forward. I'm really not sure if he was always going forward. That I mean,
Dude, he never stopped moving.
He never stopped. He
moving.
never stopped
He
motion.
slowed down.
Yeah.
It was slow motion.
I don't know.
I think he was
kinda
going
would
to
be on
reverse.
this, dude.
Dude,
Either way, even if he did something, Verratti was right alongside
Verratti was
him in
holding
his
his hand.
peripheral. So it's like, let it go, ref. Referee
He
had
said
a
it so long, someone
difficult
could have just came
game
in and
to-
slide tackled him.
The ref had a difficult game to manage. I thought, though, he was always in control of this game. There were certain moments, but overall,
he
man,
got
I
all the
can't-
calls
right.
Yeah, yeah,
He got all the
he
calls
was
right.
in
All the-
control of this game.
all the penalties in this game were all fair penalties.
With like 10 cards, and we
And-
gave shit to the other ref for putting in 10 cards. I think it was Monaco, Manchester City. But look, you got to give this guy credit. I think all the cards were warranted.
But one of the cards was to Cavani. Right after the third goal, you saw PK taking Cavani out from behind. He wasn't the last defender. It wasn't a goal opportunity, but he wanted a yellow card for it to be his second yellow. And then Cavani gets right into the ref's face, yelling at him, card. Cavani got the card. I'm not card. Now, do you guys think that's a yellow card offense for a PK? Second yellow.
I think it's
chopping
a
someone down from behind.
Hold on, are you asking about the foul?
About the foul.
On PK?
Do you think that should have been a yellow card? A second yellow. Chopping someone down from behind.
I think it depends. Yeah, it depends where you are in the game, man. I think it depends where you are in the game. Is that a red card offense? I don't think so. Is it a yellow card foul? Yes, but is it a second yellow? We always know there's that unwritten rule that a second yellow, for the most part, has to be a little more than a. It's got to be an orange. It's got to be an orange card.
Because PSG had some calls like that too. Whereas, like, this
yellow
guy could have gotten another yellow. Verratti, remember when Ter Stegen was in the middle of the field?
Oh, yeah, he should have got
and Verratti just slides tackle Ter Stegen at half field.
Also,
that could have been a yellow card, but I think that's why I give the referee props, because he didn't want to ruin the game by giving a red card.
You know what? If
Hashtag Bayern Arsenal.
The fifth and sixth goal for Barcelona, if you switch them, if they got the sixth goal before that penalty for Suarez, I don't know if he calls that penalty.
Maybe not.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, but like we don't know.
No, what I'm saying is he's doing.
How do you play that game?
I'm saying basically if the score's already 6-1,
but it's
Suarez
the same type of
gets
thing.
taken out by Marquinhos, does he call the PK?
In the 94th and 55 seconds.
To make it 7-1.
I don't know.
Well, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty.
I'm just saying it's the same. Well, a yellow card's a yellow card. It's the same exact thing.
Nah, that's
I don't think
very
that one's quite
hypothetical.
the same, man. Yeah, that one's a bit more of a stretch.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. So you guys probably are wrong, is what he's thinking.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, man of the match for this one.
Oh, no, dude, can we talk
Last
about
goal.
the
The
goal
last
that
goal.
silenced the world?
Wait, the Cavani goal?
The Sergi Roberto goal. I've been shitting on Sergi Roberto.
I think everyone has.
Remember that episode, bro?
Yeah,
It's just like,
you guys
Barca
were going
sucks.
ham.
F you, Barca. Like, Sergio Roberto's the main reason.
Yo, all of Barcelona,
Barca sucks.
all of Barcelona hate him, and now they
Until now.
love him.
Now he's a part of Champions League history. Champions League
Always. Always and forever.
This game is one of the best games in history of the Champions League.
I'll never
I think
understand
it's safe to say.
when like teams hate like homegrown players. I don't
He's
get
the
that.
one they have from the youth team.
Why would you hate this guy? I understand being frustrated.
What about Rafinha?
Because they've been spoiled lately, man.
Rafinha's in there too.
Still, man.
They don't want to wait for an Iniesta to come
all the way.
along.
You know what, Sergi
or,
came like
another
all the way through La
Xavi,
Masia.
You know?
Ridiculous.
They want to buy.
PK. Dude, their team is made up of
But PK bounced and he came back.
for a
Yeah,
year,
he's
and he's
tainted.
like, "You give me the
He's on
hell
that-
out of
he's
this
on that
club.
shite club.
This club's going nowhere.
made it.
Get
He's
me
on
out of
there.
here."
He said his
He's
most
on there.
influential years were at United.
Fergie. The Fergie
Read about
factor.
it.
Wasn't it one?
2.
1 year?
It's 2.
2 years?
2 years.
And then
I
he
think it
went
was
back.
2. Yeah, I think it was 2.
Because we have Vidic and Ferdinand. So
All right,
it's
let's
like,
not talk about Man U right now.
Man, we can talk about United. We can talk
Sergio
about
Roberto.
That's what the people want to
Sergio
hear.
Roberto.
Neymar.
Yeah.
Neymar. Because he's on his right foot. The whole world's expecting him to
Cross
serve
it,
it back
cross
in.
it.
He
Yeah.
does a nice little smooth Brazilian roll onto his left foot. Scoops it with his left foot, man. I don't know if I said left foot twice right there. Sounds like I
I
did.
think 6 times at
Yeah,
this
that's
point.
okay. It's okay. But he
Left
scoops
foot?
it with his left foot. He's onsides.
He's on side.
Dude,
He's onsides. I don't want to hear
He's
PSG
onside.
fans.
I agree.
He's onsides. And
He came
what a
back
goal.
and checked his line.
Mhm.
He was in an offside position. You saw him come back, get behind his man, make sure as the ball was hit, he went through, was spot on. Just timing.
When he cut it onto his left, I was like, this fucking idiot. What the fuck are you doing?
He's 5-star
Serve
for
it
a
in.
reason.
Yes,
Don't worry
I was
about
like,
it.
you are a fraud.
This is
And
why
then
he was captain of
def
Barcelona,
chips it.
man. Age 22, 21. He was captain of Barcelona.
Who?
23. Neymar.
Brazil.
What did I say?
Barcelona.
No.
See, you're on fire.
Wait,
What you been
Yeah, I know, man. I don't even know, man. Don't ask questions.
Long day, bro.
Long day.
It happens, man.
Dude,
But Brazil, man, that's why he's the captain, because he's capable of
Dude,
these
3
moments. He's always
goals-
had this
what's
in
it,
his game.
3 goals in 9 minutes?
88th.
When it mattered the most, this guy
91st,
produced.
95th.
That's the big game factor.
Well, how about the finish from Sergio Roberto, too?
That was
Outside
nice,
of the
though,
foot,
yeah. Let's not sleep
full
on that.
volley, extending.
And he's not a forward.
Substitute. Luis
Nah.
Enrique.
You listen, if you're from Barcelona, you're technical,
That's
and if you
true.
get put in front of the goal, you score it.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
it.
Everyone has a touch.
Everyone knows how to shoot the ball
He
and kick
showed,
it.
he showed why he was a center midfielder / center attacking midfielder
my
right
God,
there.
dude.
Hit his shin pad.
What a night.
Hit his shin pad and win.
Don't
You
matter.
see that?
Doesn't matter, dude.
What does
I'm just saying.
What does that do for his confidence?
I'm just saying, he almost
what do you
missed
rank-
it.
Hussey,
do for his confidence?
Hussey, where does
I put that
give me
at
the
a
board.
2.
Give me the
That's
board.
a 2. That's almost a 1. 'cause
where
it's a
does
fucking
a
goal.
full volley
Oh, there it is.
to make a
Mike?
Champions League history game complete in the 95th minute as a sub
But off your shin.
at home?
Off your shin.
Off the shin guard.
That's like a 25.
25?
Yeah, dude.
The scale just
I'm running through walls if I do that.
That's low.
No, 25 is awesome.
Come on, we go high.
Yes. It was a scale from 0 to 10. I was making a joke out of 25, G. You just found out that we're
25.
going from low to high?
25. Got it.
In red, I like that.
Let him know.
Bright red.
All right,
But
I'm assuming Neymar.
So I'm Neymar too, but
Dude.
I mean, if he keeps performing like this, Messi or CR7 are going to get the next Ballon d'Or. The one after that, Neymar.
I agree because I
Neymar
didn't.
in 2 years, like that's what it
I
is.
didn't
It's going to be
think
him.
Neymar
Well, you know, it's
could
what it
win a
is, yeah.
Ballon d'Or with Messi on his team. Now I believe.
And they were saying, man, it was sad to see because we don't usually talk too much about Messi's pace. But the commentator pointed out a few times today that Messi has lost that first or second step that he used to have, when he was 22.
Well, was it like because he scored the other day from half and he was just a little tired?
It could be that, man, or it could be just, man, he just doesn't have the power to go back to back. I mean, he does.
He's 30.
Timeout. When I say that, when I say he doesn't have the power, I mean the Messi power. He has the power
Yeah.
to go back to back, no doubt. But I just mean,
At Messi levels.
yeah,
Yeah,
at
so
Messi
now
levels.
he's great. He's just not superhuman
No,
anymore.
look, I still think he's an alien.
He's still
bro.
superhuman.
Yeah, he's still an alien.
He's still from fucking
No,
Pluto.
He's just
he-
more like E.T., a little friendlier, He's not like aliens and predators.
Well, I'm just
You know
saying,
what I
like
mean? He's
3-4 years ago, he was literally. Well, 3 years
does that
ago, he was
mean?
doing stuff that we've never seen.
just a little.
Are you trying to
like
like me, or are you
Riddick?
trying to do the
Touch
ET?
shit
Like,
over.
Not like
Yeah,
Chronicle
there you
or
go,
Riddick.
There you go.
Elliot.
you bring your bike?
Can we get gay for that? Those fingers.
Hell yeah.
Merc.
Hell.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. We ain't doing that.
Arsenal.
Fist bumps at
Never
the
mind.
most.
Oh, you guys.
Man of the match.
Man of the match.
What did
Neymar's.
Neymar's.
Neymar's
Okay.
unanimous.
Hit it.
Arsenal.
O2B. Shit.
What do we
Nice
think?
rhyme, bro.
Hey,
Let's
Free.
go.
I thought that rhymed.
5 minus 1.
Real nice.
Anybody?
2.
Bayern Munich.
Arsenal.
Hey, what we
What's the
think of
deal?
Arsenal?
What?
What we think of Arsenal?
Shit.
What we think of shit?
Arsenal.
There we go.
Get him out.
Chill out, Al.
Get him out.
Chill out.
10-2 drubbing at the hands of Bayern Munich, dude.
This
What's
was-
up?
I actually started feeling a little bad. Like, it was
No,
like, well,
it's
not
so
really,
bad.
like,
I don't need you to
it
feel
was-
bad for me.
It wasn't,
I don't need that.
Not so much feeling bad, but I felt
No, I don't want
awkward
that.
watching this game. Like, I felt awkward for the
This is a little
players.
embarrassing.
Like, when you come out, like Giroud, when he comes off the field, like, do you go to the bench or you just keep walking? Just keep going. Just keep going.
I'm glad Troops roasted him, man, in Arsenal Fan TV. Like, he roasted a lot of people, but making fun of him. He's all selfie this, selfie that, which Roy Keane pointed out, too, about Arsenal players being too involved.
He's
in,
a donkey.
Yeah, he's a donkey. But, dude, he had a golden opportunity, man. Like,
That header.
people questioned why, well, first of all, Denny Welbeck goes out injured. That's why United sold him. I love this guy. Dude, he's one of my favorite young players I've ever seen. He's like
Yeah.
Willy Zaha. I love this guy.
Yeah, he was
But
very
he's
good.
so injury prone.
That's why I was talking
He's
with-
so injury prone, it's not worth it.
With Luke
Well-
Whitty on Facebook, I was talking with him. That's why I put Welbeck in that
What up, Luke?
conversation.
Well-
He's always injured, bro.
When it and
Well,
then
he's
Lucas
not-
Perez
it's
doesn't
not an
come in.
injury.
You bring in Giroud. So if you
Yeah.
question that opportunity, what
Danny
else?
Welbeck on his Instagram said it wasn't an injury. It was just illness.
Oh, thanks to the Instagram.
Oh my god!
Thanks
Just
for that.
saying. Just
That's,
saying.
that's even softer for me.
Well, hey, just
even
saying. It's
softer.
not.
Was it illness?
We're,
What, he had diarrhea?
he was he said himself, so you gotta
It had to
take
be,
him to
bro.
a little bit. Gotta take that to a
food
little
poisoning.
bit. Could have been food poisoning. Could have been I very well could have been that.
Sabotage.
Whatever it was, when Sturridge does it, it doesn't matter. So I'm applying the same rules to Welbeck in this case, man. Injury prone as hell. Wrong time, wrong game to not be involved because we needed him against a Rafinha who actually looked very lively in this game, dude. No Philippe Lahm. Maybe you could have taken advantage of that.
He was suspended.
But either way, look, Wenger out. This game, another disappointment, man. What can I say? What can I really
You know
say?
what you can
except
say?
for the fact that Farid was talking shit.
I just want to congratulate you and Arsenal
That is a
for setting a new Champions League record
It's a setup.
Oh my god!
for the worst loss by an English Premier team in the Champions League in this round.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Can I
In
get
history.
my award?
Oh, yeah.
Can I get my
History.
award? Thank you.
Arsenal in! Arsenal in!
Arsenal! Good man. I love Arsenal.
This is what it's come down to.
all of you cunts are trying to rally around me and Arsene Wenger. Yeah, I know that's aggressive. I don't care because I'm pissed off. And I was actually pissed off when I said that to Farid the other day.
That's all I try to do. Is
Theo
piss you off.
Walcott scores, and I was legitimately heated, man, because everyone's talking
Theo.
shit about Arsenal.
Hey, let's talk about that.
I'm taking all
that
this
first
heat.
chance he had
Which one?
when he could have taken the ball down before that goal.
That's a problem for me in the entire game.
Or he could have flipped it over. He could have taken it down, or try to redirect the cross into the net.
So you don't want to talk about the nasty goal, though?
Well,
No, we're going to talk about
I'll say
the
this.
time that
I'll
he
say
could have
this.
had a goal.
Theo Walcott was the most lively player on the Arsenal team for me.
Thank
He
you.
was the only one playing,
Yeah.
but he was playing with heart. And
Yeah.
Tiki and I were shitting on him for the number 14, everything. He was the only one producing and trying to create things going forward for the team.
He was the only one who was brave, man.
Where's
That's
Sanchez?
what happened with Arsenal today. They just not today, but
Yeah.
they weren't brave, man. They weren't brave at all. Like once Sanchez chokes, not
Three
choke-
players. Lexi Sanchez, Theo Walcott.
Tom, I heard your phone. Boom, roasting.
That's a gooner. That's a gooner calling me right now. Trying to
must have
discuss
known.
most
He must
likely.
have known.
Yeah, there was just a
He
gooner
is it.
connection there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott, Alexi Sanchez. Those are only three players with heart on
Dude,
this team.
all right, let's get into
Because
this,
Shalini
man.
too.
Mesut Ozil on the
Sanchez
bench.
Half
about to
heart.
catch a fucking beating, dude.
What's up?
So I think we all got caught
You're gonna beat
up.
up him over
including-
everybody
Yes.
Let's go to Chelsea.
I'm gonna tell you why.
because he didn't.
Dimitri Payet.
Because he's on a team that's just dragging him down and like he lost heart.
Go ahead,
You can't
go.
blame this guy.
Go for it.
He didn't- no, he didn't play
I'm
well.
gonna.
Are you going to say Dimitri Payet style? He's
No.
distraction to the team?
Basically, man, we all got caught up in the hype of this dude scoring goals, attacking. I ran across a Sky Sports article this morning.
Uh-oh.
Popped in. Yeah, man. I'm about the facts, dude. I'm
we
about
go.
the facts and numbers.
Hit me.
In the 2016-17 season, how many 10K plus matches has Sanchez had?
I'm going to go with 7.
Out of 20. He's played 20 games.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's going to be significantly lower because this is a setup. I'm going to go with 3.
Farid?
7.
5.
I'm looking at it.
0.
0. Wait, what do you mean 10K by the way?
10 kilometers
Oh, running.
running.
Welcome to
Oh,
the metric
running.
system, bro.
Well, you said 10K. You didn't say running or anything. It was like 10K.
All right.
10,000?
Like
Like,
a,
what are you
like a
talking, dude?
5K.
K implies
Dollars? Like,
So,
what are we talking about? Chocolate?
I don't know what you're talking
kisses?
about.
Alice
What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to say 8.
Ozil has played 16 games. How many does he have? Over 10K.
7.
0.
Ozil? No, he's a lot. Probably like 12 maybe.
0.
14.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
It's 14 to 0 in distance covered.
but it's aimless running. He doesn't do shit on defense. Sanchez is
What does
explosive.
Sanchez do on defense?
You're
He
right.
hasn't
But dude-
run 10Ks.
but dude,
If he's
but
dropping
you know what
it,
it does?
He
But the less-
abides by the golden rule. You lose the ball, you sprint back. Even in the goal,
he's
where
done
he
these
messed
it
up,
is, dude.
Even
But
in
you
the
know-
goal against Robin,
He doesn't have to run over.
loses the
Sanchez
ball,
doesn't lose
he
the ball.
chases back. He's
Go ahead.
chasing back. He's chasing back. Yeah, he.
No, but my difference is that, man, sure, he chases back,
He
but
could
that's
run-
where we consider him, his work is
got
done.
you.
But when Arsenal breaks down from midfield, it's sometimes in his fucking area, not dropping
Yeah.
in, covering space, man. That's
This
the
is
difference,
true.
is that
This
we
is
get
true.
caught up in the hype of, he loses the ball, he sprints, Barcelona style,
Golden
to
rule.
win the ball. And then after that 5-10 yard sprint, he's done with defense for the rest of the game. That's bullshit, dude. It's exposed. He's still world-class player,
on.
still awesome.
I-
Listen,
what-
wait, what
that's
about
a
this?
fucking
What-
weakness
what
in
about
game,
this?
dude.
That's
How
a trick.
How
many
about
games-
Diego Costa? How about Diego Costa? He does nothing. He
I'm
jogs
gonna look
across
up
the
his
field.
mileage.
Go look it up.
No, but
Stats
listen,
are pretty
well,
sometimes.
Here's my point. My only point
Dude,
is
Sanchez plays number 9.
it's different positions.
Number
exactly.
number nines don't
It's
have a
less
lot of
running.
run. Center attacking mid.
Dude, I'm going to
you're
look up
doing
all the number 9s.
Okay.
Giroud has 3, by the way.
3K.
3 games
Oh, 3
started,
games?
over 10.
Because
3
he does.
games.
You know why?
He's
Because he
three
does
for three.
Here's my
stupid
thing.
running.
Stats can
Oh,
lie
it's stupid.
sometimes,
Yeah.
man. Because
Effectiveness.
Exactly. It's the effectiveness of the defensive work. If I looked at
Exactly.
Ozil when he came in, even when he came in, and he came in the 70th minute, there was a time when he lost the ball, shitty body language.
Didn't get the ball back.
Try to chase back a little
Couldn't
bit
do
for
it.
5 yards, and then stopped. So that's more so what pisses me off, is the golden rule. If you lose it, you're the first to get it back. Stats, I think, in this specific case, kind of lie, man, because it's not every single time. Yeah, he may have had 0 10K games overall, but
What was his
he's
form?
abiding by the golden rules. He's abiding by the golden rules of the game. You lose it, show some pride, fight back for it.
I think the golden rules is if your coach says hold your shape, you hold your shape and you cover your zone. And he's
Is he not doing that?
It's a golden rule, man.
Is he not doing that? Do you have proof of that, or just because he hasn't run that far?
That's
Is
the
that-
thing.
I think you watch in the goal that Robin scored. when
he
he's
made a
dropping
mistake,
back.
100%. That's on
Yeah.
Sanchez.
No, but not even the touch, man. Just even the body position before the ball. He's not ready for the
But
ball.
he doesn't
You
do
know
that.
what it
He
was,
doesn't do
though?
that often, though. Like it's
No.
not like that's not very characteristic of his game.
What it was is he tried to cut back and he completely missed the ball. And within that moment,
gone.
Robin was ready to pounce, cuts in front of him. So,
Yeah.
dude, he had a shitty game. Honestly, Lexi Sanchez had
No,
a bad game
I'm
the
saying,
second leg.
I'm saying that after this article, I'm watching this guy close.
Do that. I like
Yeah.
that. That's a suspect thing. For me, it's more so about Koscielny.
Oh, no.
When Koscielny doesn't play, I'm looking at it right here. 2-1 when he's on the field. When he's on the field, 0-9 goals. So Arsenal have conceded 9
So you
goals
don't
without
score.
our captain, Koscielny, on the field.
And you don't score.
Both legs he leaves early.
Oh, by the way, sucks.
Dude,
You throw that little nugget in there.
yeah, but that's what he means to us. That's what he means to
Jordan
us.
Henderson to
Yeah.
Liverpool.
So you say what you want, Jordan Henderson, he sucks. But
He
what does
definitely
he
does.
mean to your team?
Wow.
What does he mean?
Dude,
to
they
your
have
team?
James. They have James Milner, dude. They don't. It doesn't matter. None of that shit
I'm so
matters.
tired of talking about Liverpool, who aren't in the Champions League. Man United, who aren't in the Champions League.
Arsenal,
Chelsea,
who's not in the
who aren't
Champions
the
League.
damn Champions
Arsenal, who's
League.
not in the Champions League. You
Who-
want to play that game?
Yeah.
Welcome to the town, brother. Fucking roasted.
Like 2 days ago?
Yep.
That just happened 2 days
Yep,
ago.
you're not in it,
Just
and you're
happened
not
2
gonna be
days
in it
ago.
next year.
How you know that?
Enjoy sixth place.
Savor those 2 days, man.
We came in fourth 16 years in a row. You don't know that.
Yeah, but today was 5 plus 1
History doesn't
equals
say that.
6.
History
So
doesn't
you're going
say
to
that.
6th.
Keep doing your first grade math.
Predictions
bro.
are on,
Keep
bro.
doing your first grade math, man.
Slips are on, dude.
As you don't
Stumbles
play-
are
you
on.
don't
Man
play your-
City
your 20
stumbles.
They got
years
are
old.
on.
roller skates on.
Keep stunting careers over there. Mitsubishi's out here chilling
Cool.
with Mayweather. And
We'll have a
shit.
bunch of
Should be on
trophies
the
and shit for them
training
to look
ground.
at when they come on in.
Should be on the training ground.
Yeah, get out of here.
Wenger out. That's all I gotta say. I'm tired of this shit. It's the same thing every single year. Look, man. There's no one else who's standing up and actually saying something. I think the board needs to come out. Everyone's really focused on Wenger. We don't really hear from Silent Stan. Stan doesn't really say
You guys
anything.
are phantom.
He doesn't really say anything. At least you guys
You know
have,
why,
have
dude? He's
people
busy
who
with
will
his
speak
fucking
up.
NFL team that just moved, dude.
Los
He ain't got
Angeles
no time
Rams.
for this.
He's got the Avalanche and hockey. Like,
Yeah, you think he's
Well,
got
let's-
time to fly over to London, bro?
Let's just talk about Arsenal real quick. It really could have been.
we are.
It could have been.
We have been.
No,
transition.
No,
Quick,
about
we're
the game.
wrapping
Sorry,
it up,
about the game.
like,
About the game, not about like all that other stuff outside the game. Just the
Very
game.
general.
Oh, we don't
It
know what
very
you're talking
well-
about, bro.
It very well could have been 4-0.
right.
Let's talk about Champions League.
No, it very well could have been 4-0 with the 3 Walcott misses and then Giroud header miss. I mean, does that help or hurt Arsenal because you get so close?
Dude,
you get
Does
so
it help or
close-
hurt? How is it quite? It hurts.
No, because it could help
didn't
them.
score, yeah.
Oh
They're out of
my
the Champions
God, dude,
League.
you're not even fucking listening. During the game, you
I'm
can have
listening.
momentum going. So by missing the net, you're saying, okay, we're getting so close, or is it, oh, we're running out of time, we're coming so close and we just can't break through, or we just broke through that one time.
At that
you what it
point,
was.
you know Giroud's not going to win you the game, and that the game's lost because he missed a sitter. You're not going to have that many chances.
Jumps
You
way
needed
too
every
early.
chance you
The
can
game.
get.
That's what
This
it-
entire game
but
was.
if he scored, be like, oh, Arson, okay, you didn't start Perez, you started Giroud. Well, it worked out for you somehow, but you didn't play Perez and you sucked. You
What
had
I'm-
no pace up top. Big fucking, what was he, a donkey?
donkey.
Right?
Classic
What I'm
Wenger right
saying-
I
there.
don't
What
understand why he didn't start him, dude.
Well, the big thing what I was
He's an
saying
idiot.
is the mentality of the Arsenal players because
Can't
when you
get out.
when you miss the net so closely, 3 out of 4 times, the 4th time, well, one of them went in. Some players will say, "Oh, we came so close. The luck's not on our side." Then you other players that say, "Look at Barcelona. We're getting them. We're so close. Let's go, go, go." Like there's some people that drop off when you miss those chances.
Yeah,
and
and
then
that's-
some players
that's a
go
men-
in.
that's a
And
mentality
That's what I'm
issue
saying. I'm
that
saying
comes
that
down to the manager.
What I'm saying.
What the hell are you
No,
saying,
not
dude?
only the
That's
manager.
the longest way to
It's the
get there.
players and the
Because
manager.
other people were talking, dude.
I haven't said anything.
Yeah,
No,
you're not the only person.
You
when I
talked for
say
a good
other.
like 2-3 minutes there.
No, not 2-3 minutes. And you started taking
A
over.
minute.
Do you count your time?
I am right
You
now.
need a time check,
I'm not getting
so-
any.
Time,
Nah,
please.
dude. No, I know what you mean, bro.
This game
yes,
was about
there
missed
there was
chances.
body language.
Missed chances.
It's missed chances, missed penalty kick on Xabi Alonso. I know you said if that's Fellaini, it shouldn't matter who the player is.
No,
if it's
no,
clumsy,
man.
it's
Look,
clumsy,
no,
man.
no, no.
I-
What I'm saying is that was a risky tackle, but he gets the ball first, kicks it out for the ball's almost out of bounds before he makes contact with the player, dude. That was a clean tackle. What I meant by saying if Fellaini had done that, I would have called it clumsy/lucky, not
I
clumsy/PK.
saw him- That's why I'm taking the foot first, man.
Dude, he swipes, gets the ball with his toe, foot hits the player.
I disagree. I think
All
that
right.
could have been a penalty kick. When I
Look.
looked at it again, it looked like he got the man first. especially with his hands too. He pushed through the man and then clattered into his feet. But again, that's just from an Arsenal fan.
It looked like a penalty.
Yeah, bro. I thought that was a penalty kick, and I thought where it occurred in the box was a reason. Yeah, where that was a reason why it wasn't called a penalty kick, because it was going out of bounds. It was going away from goal. Again,
But what about that? So you're saying the ref missed it?
I thought this group of
ref?
refs honestly had
Yeah.
a terrible game, especially the Koscielny card.
That's the double yellow.
Yeah.
I don't think
In
it
the space
mattered.
of
It wasn't
I think
even-
it was,
No.
see,
That
that's the
red
trick.
card
It wasn't a
you were
double
getting-
yellow.
you were getting
That's
smacked
a red
either
card,
way.
It wasn't a
man.
double
That's
yellow.
a red card. No, it wasn't
No,
a
it was
double
a
yellow.
straight
It was a
red.
straight red. On Koscielny.
You know what? It was an initial yellow from the middle referee.
Correct.
Agreed.
And then the assistant referee who stands
Said
right by the goal
overruled him.
Which
happens all the
No,
time.
he didn't
Linesman.
overrule it. He suggested it,
Yeah,
and they
he
spoke
suggested
about
it.
it, and then the head referee makes the decision.
Exactly.
Yes, but
But
he gave him
he influences,
evidence.
yeah.
So-
What's
but he
the-
gave
what-
him
yeah,
evidence.
Absolutely.
What's the new
Rightfully
rule?
so.
The new rule is if a player is making an attempt to win the ball, then it's a yellow card and a PK. So essentially, they're trying to eliminate the double punishment of a red card and a PK.
Which happened to us.
In that play,
He's
no,
not
it didn't.
going for the
He's
ball.
not
He
going
is
for the
going for the
ball.
ball.
He
No, he's
grabbed him.
not.
He's going for the ball. He
Dude,
puts
no.
his arm across his body to try
Watch
shield
his
him.
feet.
He's
Watch his
behind him.
feet.
And the
He's
feet
behind
tangle.
him.
No, watch his feet.
I
The
watched
feet don't
it.
tangle.
No one
Watch
does.
it,
He
I'm
beats
watching
him
right
on
now.
a touch.
No,
Watching right now.
Tiki, by that definition, it makes perfect sense to me right
So
now.
by
by that
Watch his
definition,
feet, man.
yeah.
There's
I'm watching
no,
around.
there's no attempt to poke the ball during
By-
that.
But
His
he
first
grabbed
instinct
him.
is
It was-
body
yeah,
him
It
up.
was body, not
And
ball.
he's trying to body him up.
Yeah,
and
but that's
Lewandowski
but he came from
goes down
a
soft.
he came from behind. And he
By-
got him from the side. He didn't get inside the
He got
side.
him from,
No
he got him
attempt.
from his Lewandowski's right side.
Dude, if
Almost.
he really wanted to
Got
get the
almost.
ball,
Right
he
side.
would have stretched his leg out and then bodied. He never does. First option
But it's
for
'cause-
him
it's
is
'cause
the upper
Lewandowski
body.
goes down so
It doesn't matter. He's going
That's
through
all,
the
bro.
body to get the ball.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. He's
So was he intentionally trying to take him out, or was he trying to play the ball there? 'Cause
Take
that's
him
the
out,
tricky
dude.
part.
I think he was taking him out.
I
I think it was reflex
he
takeout.
stopped the goal scoring opportunity.
So by that
know.
definition, does that mean the PK against Suarez during the Barcelona game should have been a red
I
card?
don't know, Bob Bradley. Does it?
No, because if we're saying
Because
that
he's trying to take him out, and it's
so
Okay.
that should have been a red
That
card.
should be.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so
By
it's
definition,
gray area
okay.
clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly it's gray
Yeah, it
area.
is.
It's
By
down to
definition, it should be.
interpretation, which again
Dude,
pisses
who
me
cares?
off.
Arsenal sucks.
But he
So-
wasn't last man.
I don't
Actually,
know.
he wasn't last man.
Chill
It
out.
wasn't.
I don't think so. I think there were players around him. The goalie was coming out. So
No,
it
the
wasn't clear
goalie
goal
wasn't
scoring
moving.
opportunity.
The goalie took 2 steps. Ospina took 2 steps, stayed
No,
there.
we're talking about the
No,
Barcelona.
no, the Barcelona.
Oh,
right,
sorry.
right.
So we're
Sorry,
debating
bro.
whether that should have been a red card by the
Who
definition.
brought
I got
that up?
Me.
Huss, we're
I
not
got
talking
it.
about
Hey,
Barcelona.
he got me.
Huh.
I'm sorry, Farid. He got me.
Suckered
He
in.
got me. He
That's
got
a
me.
talking point
Once again.
because there's similarities.
No, it's a shot. I hear you.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
That's why we're here to talk about that stuff. I
Wrong
thought.
place, wrong time.
I thought.
Yeah, let's go
no,
back.
it's
all
actually no. This is the right place, right time. Exactly. This is literally the right place, right time.
No,
they could not
of
get
all the
any more.
24 hours.
This
Yeah.
could not get any more right,
Within the episode.
or the place could not get
Talking
any
about
more
Arsenal.
right than right now.
Not shit,
Arsenal.
not Barcelona.
We're not talking about
No
Liverpool.
one
We're
else.
talking about.
Oh, you're
Almost
thinking
said
about it,
Shippool.
though. You're thinking
Almost said
about it.
Shippool.
You said
No,
Shippool?
I almost said
How's he say
Barcelona.
Shippool?
No,
Hey! How we
no,
getting
I
that
almost
shirt?
said Barcelona, not that.
I'm gonna dub
Alright.
it so it sounds like you said Shippool.
Either way, man. Look, 3-1. You can try lock it up. Arsenal have no defense whatsoever. This team needs an overhaul.
Forget about the defense.
Honestly,
2 of the goals came from playing out of the back and giving the ball away up the middle.
By the way-
Robin's goal was giving the ball up
Yeah,
the
yeah,
middle.
but
They were
who
trying to
was-
play out
who
of the
was that?
back.
It was
You're right.
defense.
It was
I know,
Ospina.
it was defense.
Ospina was.
No, but that's what
Alexis
I'm saying.
messed up
It's-
on Robin's goal, and then Mustafi tries to pass it to Ozil,
Yeah.
and it's just shit, man. Mustafi's proven he's shit without Koscielny, man.
Is he?
He's on my shit list.
Is he
He's suspect.
Arsenal's?
Yep, he's
is
on my
he-
list.
Is he
Oh,
basically?
You know what, man?
Get
Is he
those
basically
lists ready,
Arsenal's
gentlemen.
Lovren? Is he basically Arsenal's Lovren right
You
now?
know what? No, he's not that bad. But what I
Whoa.
will say is,
I don't know.
He's not that bad. He's playing against better competition too. What I will say
In England?
is
He's on a better
They're
team.
playing the same people.
in Champions League, which you're not in.
Neither are you.
You know who's,
From the beginning of the year, they were never in.
Ah,
Just
there
like
it
you.
is.
From
There
the
it
beginning
is.
of the
You
year.
gotta say
If I
they
need
were
to add a
never.
caveat,
You
I'll
ain't
add
gonna be
one.
in it next
From the beginning of the
year.
year,
You ain't gonna be in it
I
next
hope,
year.
I hope not. So that Wenger's out.
you know who's not suspect
not.
though? You know who's not suspect? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Thank
Dude.
you.
This guy is the only guy on the pitch with heart.
And
man.
what up?
He's
Well,
got
well,
the
well,
biggest
well,
heart
And the only
We were already talking about
in the
Walcott
whole
and
fucking
Sanchez.
place, man.
And what's the biggest news that's just come out now?
Oh, he doesn't want to play. He
He's
wants to
going
leave.
to Chelsea.
He wants
He's
to leave
going local.
Arsenal.
He wants to
I
win.
agree. He's going local.
Go to Southampton, dude. Go back home.
He's going to a city. He's going to a Chelsea.
Yeah.
Liverpool has already been linked with them.
He's maybe going to a
Liverpool.
He's
Liverpool
going
would
to
actually
someone
be
like
good
that.
because he's got pace too.
He'd
so
be like
he can play that
Wijnaldum.
tiki-taka.
He'd be like Wijnaldum, right?
Yeah.
Playing right behind
Or he can play
Mane
with-
or something.
Listen,
He
if
can play
Chelsea
on the wing,
allows you,
If he
to
played
buy
right
him.
behind Mane on that side, I know Lallana's great
A
on
right
that side,
back
but
or like
Wait,
in
you
the
saying
middle?
Oxlade-Chamberlain for Lallana? So you just
Depends on which game.
No,
you
you are.
Somehow we're talking about
or
Liverpool.
which no, then you played would play the
shut
away game.
I told you I was thinking about it. I told you. Oh yeah. Right place, right time. Wrong fucking
Right place,
bro.
right time.
Wrong place.
Right place, right time. You guys agreed. You started talking about it.
Dude,
with me.
either way, Ancelotti.
You're arguing.
Amazing substitutes by Carlo
Still talking.
Ancelotti. This guy was born and bred to win Champions Leagues. Brings in Douglas Costa, who rips up the Arsenal
on,
defense.
bro.
3-on-1.
You're really gonna give Ancelotti that much credit?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
giving
Conte
credit.
bringing on Willian off the bench, dude. It's like who else would he bring on but Costa, bro?
Right time, right
that
place.
one I would have done that one, bro.
Right time, right
Come
place.
on, man.
Dude,
You got
that's
a world class guy. You got
He
two
brought him
world
on.
class guys on the bench.
He brings on
Just-
Renato Sanchez and
Come
Douglas
on,
Costa.
bro.
So, I
Ain't
mean,
And
no
Ronaldo
brainer.
plays that key pass.
Yeah, he does.
That was
mean.
Come
Dude,
on,
that
bro.
was mean.
You're feeling the tempo of the game. When do I introduce these world class players? I could have done it in the 60th when it was
maybe
all,
Coleman
in the
instead of him,
50th.
but that's about it. You won't bring on Mueller.
Douglas-
Douglas are up by so many already.
And
Douglas
I hate Mueller,
Costa.
man.
Douglas
He's a
Costa.
bitch.
Douglas, what did you say? Who's a bitch?
Your boy Thomas Müller.
Thomas
What?
Mueller. man.
What? Why?
I liked him. Like
Wait,
FIFA
why?
13.
Why?
FIFA 13. You was a good dude, man. FIFA 14. Yeah, man. But you fell off, bro.
He barely
So,
played.
I know. Watch yourself. You fell off. Always talking
barely
shit about
heavy
Arsenal.
back, man. He's gonna come
Oh,
to
I
you nice.
love playing Arsenal. Always
Oh,
talking
that's
shit
why.
about
There it
Arsenal.
is.
Okay, there
Yeah,
you
but
go.
you fell
Came
off
out of
too,
nowhere,
son.
bro.
I know you scored against us in the first
I
leg.
hope Arsenal buys Thomas
Yeah,
Müller.
that's all good.
No, but the
great.
fact is
Still
that
hate
Douglas
him.
Costa entered the game. Arsenal a down defender. Who does Arsenal bring on? Coquelin. Is he going to
Sucks.
stop Douglas Costa?
He's on my fraud team.
As soon as Douglas Costa got on the field, I knew every ball he touched he was going to get to. Because he's so fucking fast.
Well, they brought on Ozil with him and Coquelin. Then right out, like a minute later, was Perez.
And look, why did Wenger never bring on Gabriel, or why didn't he bring on Coquelin earlier to slide him at left center back?
To help
He
defense.
slides Granit Xhaka at left center back.
Who's
knowing-
shocked? He's terrible, by
That's
the
what
way.
I'm saying. He's not a defender, bro.
He's not a
That's what I'm
defender.
Hey,
saying.
at least
this year.
Lucas Perez got some playing time in Champions League.
My only logic.
In the 73rd minute.
Thanks for cutting off my spiel. My only logic as to why Xhaka was slid back there is because Arsene knew we were down and we needed more goals. But doesn't that make us more susceptible to conceding more goals? At this moment, it's just a matter of pride. You're down a man, lock it up, bring on a defender who could actually play alongside Stuffy, not a midfielder.
It's Bayern Munich. You can't put Lucas Leiva back there. Type characters. People never play there. Xhaka, he's not a defender, man. He's
And
just
you
going
know, he
to
doesn't
get
have
yellow
discipline,
cards.
He's not even a
too,
midfielder.
so he
He's just
doesn't
going to
have
get fouls and
discipline,
yellow
dude.
cards.
Exactly.
And,
Look,
like,
Bayern Munich could have been playing in flippers and they still would have won.
You mean
I-
sandals? Little thong
No, flippers.
sandals?
Like the things with
Oh
you
my
swim with.
God.
That's just not true. That actually they would lose that game.
I don't
Arsenal-
know, dude.
They would lose.
Dude, it comes
They
down.
Well, if Walcott had one, he would have been able to
That's
take that
so
ball down.
Disrespectful. Shut the fuck up about flippers, man. So this is what I'm dealing with right now in my life. You talking about flippers? Oh no, they're tied. They're tied. Oh yeah, bro, you're sucking
No,
dick.
they
is
come
what
in
you
fourth.
do, man. I'm tired of this bullshit, man. Wenger out.
Oh,
Let's wrap it up then.
man of the match, Arsene Wenger for me.
Hey, me too.
Arsene.
For
Nobody
great,
else-
great substitutions, great starting lineup.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy takes
setting a
the
new
cake.
world record.
Yeah,
It's
he's setting a new
amazing.
English record.
Congratulations, Arsene. Your last game ever in charge.
God, truth,
Yeah.
but Arsene, honestly, man, Arsene Wenger. Just to put this into perspective, no English club ever loses like this. I mean, I don't feel for you, Tom.
You've had
But it's just-
Tottenham
it's just-
in there. You've
it's
had
just so
Everton
significant.
in there.
United's never had these nights.
Leicester's in there.
Chelsea at their lowest, or Arsenal. I mean, let me say that. Liverpool at their lowest. They never lost this bad. They'll lose.
Yeah.
But double digits, it's like this is the end of an
That's
era.
embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, this
It's
is bad.
embarrassing.
that even Kroenke.
People are feeling bad for us. Like, oh no, I love the
I'm not.
EPL.
I'm not one of those people.
I love the EPL. Oh man, I wish that this wouldn't happen. And yeah, I see where you're coming
Dude,
from.
that's me, man.
I see where you're coming. But dude, imagine
The hell outta
that
here.
person taking pity on you for losing that bad, and you're a Man United fan. You're supposed to hate us. You're supposed to be. glad
It lost.
in our demise.
No, it's not
Same.
fun anymore.
It's like slaughterable.
exactly.
It lost
It's
slaughterable.
It's
wasn't
like beating
fun
a dead
anymore.
horse. It's like, dude, I'm over this
Well, look,
right
guys,
now.
I'm not gonna lie. This is still fun for me. I might not talk about it as much, but
Oh,
inside,
now,
I'm
does-
jumping for
But
joy.
I keep it on the. It's not like early 2000s, mid 2000s, where it was the best team next to United.
Yeah, because you knew
Yeah,
we were a
because
threat.
yeah,
big
we had
time.
to
So
hear it.
anytime
And
we
Wenger
lost,
was
it was a victory.
Wenger
for
was
you.
a silent French genius, and no one could understand him.
Yeah.
Does Arsene
And then Mourinho
pull?
came in.
Does Arsene pull a Luis Enrique?
Destroyed
Does
everybody.
Arsene pull a Luis Enrique and
forget LVG
announce the retirement
that
before
Everton
the
game.
year's
I
done with?
don't.
They should. I don't know if they do. Because they've kept this guy in the job for so long, but
Well, I
they
mean-
should.
I mean, they could still
Replacements.
say, hey, I'm leaving after this season and still be respectful. But I mean, they're kind of like Luis Enrique with Barcelona right now. But
I'm
does
saying they
also
should.
does Enrique actually go to Arsenal?
Tom Hopes.
Dude, I'd take Luis Enrique over Unai Emery right now because he plays the Barcelona system, because he can deal with the biggest egos on planet Earth.
But do you guys
And-
think you can pull in the biggest egos, man? The only
No,
ego
not
you
yet.
have is Sanchez.
Not yet.
But do you
No,
think he's
you
good
may not even have
enough
him.
to attract
Yes.
egos?
And I think with a new manager, Arsenal in general is good enough to attract new players. I think a lot of players want to play at Arsenal. A lot of people admire Wenger, but they see the direction that the
Bro,
club's going in.
I think you're getting caught up in that our club name is so big. Man United, when Fergie retired, couldn't pull anyone. Who do we sign? You remember?
Fellaini.
Fellaini,
Who's your
bro.
manager?
Moyes.
Exactly.
I know, no, but him, what's his name? Enrique?
Mhm.
Dude, all he's had to do was manage these players. Who'd he bring in at Barca who's made a massive difference? Not a goddamn person.
Yeah,
He hasn't
no one.
signed any major names, dude.
And-
So I think the assumption that because he has the Barca name on him, the players will see him
No, I'm
as,
thinking
you know,
tactically.
Barca pedigree.
That's
yeah,
what
but
I'm thinking,
tactically with
tactically.
MSN, bro, there were no tactics today. Today was just go out there and
Yeah, there
prove
was
the
some,
magic.
but they had the better.
No, but
it was
look at
more
the
so
free
players.
kick. Name a free kick
It
that's
was more
not
so
tactical.
players than
Two
tactics.
penalties, a name out free
Two
kick,
penalties and a free kick, bro. That's not very tactical. It's awesome.
and
I'm
an
not
own
taking
goal,
him away.
an own goal from
own
Iniesta,
goal.
heel flicking from the.
Look,
No, they wrote that in the book. They practice that all week.
part of the
I'll give it
tactic.
70%
I gotta write that
of the
tactic
players.
down.
70% of the players, but it wasn't all the
I'll
players.
give it 90.
What
on
about the team
players.
talks at halftime when they were up 2-0? What about the
I'll
team
give
talk
it-
before the game, how to start the game? So there were lucky goals, but as a manager, you have to give your team that mindset that we still believe we still can do this.
Yeah,
I think Barcelona took it, man. Took that mindset for themselves. That's why he's getting fired.
So it's 100% players.
90,
100%
maybe
players?
95. I think any
I disagree
manager
with
could have
that.
coached Barcelona today.
I
On a
disagree
day like
with
this,
that.
backs against the wall, MSN, arguably the
It's true.
three best players of all time, they'll be in the conversation. Suarez will be in a conversation.
Well, say 66 because 4 out of 6 goals were because of what we just said. Two penalties, a free kick, and the own goal with the heel flick.
If you're gonna compare Unai Emery and Luis Enrique, I think you have to look at what they've done. I mean, 3 Europa Leagues in a row for Unai Emery with Sevilla.
Bro, that's
But
so
but
insane.
it's insane. But it also shows that he knows how to build a team. he knows how to
dude.
build a Mourinho mindset.
Yes.
To put it
Lock it
shortly.
down
He knows how to
first.
build a club
At a
that's
different level,
consistently successful, and he did it with Sevilla. You know, not Barcelona with all these. He knows how to build that team.
He also
And-
knows how to lose a 4-goal lead.
You know what? And
Yeah,
the main,
but
the main, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna go back to that game.
Enrique does too. That's why he's getting
It
fired,
happens, though,
man.
yeah.
That's why Enrique's getting fired because he got smacked up by PSG. It's not a coincidence that announcement comes before this
I'm leaving
rematch.
at the end of the year.
Yeah, so like coaches get smacked, man. When coaches get fired for getting smacked,
Here's the thing with Enrique, too. They also won a treble last year.
again, dude,
So,
this is Barcelona.
So
He
you see,
hasn't-
so when he gets smacked, he's getting fired. But when he wins, no credit. You have to give the manager some credit here.
A
'Cause when
tiny bit of- I
when
do
Pep
give him credit. I
was
give him
first
10%.
At Barcelona, and we know Pep is his genius. He has his system. Barca may have raised their game. He still got credit. No matter where you
No,
go,
you know
if
why?
you're a manager
Yeah,
and
but
you
you know-
win, you get credit.
No.
So so either way, Enrique, you have to give him some credit. And for Unai Emery, the plus to me is Enrique was a better player than Emery. He played at this level. Don't forget, Luis Enrique
I
was a
don't
beast.
care about playing because
And-
of Fergie.
I think
Until
it
the
matters
greatest-
to some degree when dealing with players. It can make you
How
a
does
better
it-
player manager.
I think it can, and I
'Cause I
think
look
that
at
the
Zizou.
difference. Yeah, but I look at the difference like 5%. It gives you 5 or 10% because players can, look at you. But you look at Jose, and you
Rafa
look at
Benitez even.
yeah,
Champions
man,
League.
playing. I think managing at this high level is so intense that playing doesn't necessarily give. It might give you a leg up when you're working your way up.
Give you some
You
advantages. I
yeah,
think.
you can skip
Yeah.
some courses because you've been doing these drills for the last 20 years of your
Zidane-
life.
Zidane,
Yeah, you
you
can
know,
skip courses. I
jumps
agree
right
with
in.
that. But
Well-
as far as that 90 minutes when the game starts, I think it's a different brain, man. Whether you played or not, I think that goes out the window. Maybe your passion comes through a la Diego Simeone. But as far as tactics, man, I think playing, it helps a little
Tactics
bit.
is different because that just comes out of coaching. Anyone.
But that's
can
what
learn
managers
Is
Yeah.
tactics.
Wayne Rooney going to become a manager? I would love to see it today.
Well, that's what
I don't think Wayne Rooney will ever be a coach.
England's trying to do that with Giroud and
Southgate.
Gerrard could
Lampard
Yeah.
right now.
Lampard.
Ryan Giggs.
He's
Yeah.
Welsh.
I think it's an intense argument,
Yeah.
but
It is.
I'll take
We'll
Luis
save it. We got
Enrique,
time.
who's won a Champions League, over the other dude, Unai Emery, who hasn't.
Cool, man. Man of the match.
Yep.
Arturo Vidal for me, man.
Who group chatted that he wasn't playing well?
He wasn't. I did.
It was you.
He wasn't, dude. He was fucking lazy. That's how Walker was breaking in all the time because he wasn't coming over to help out.
How did he finish the game?
Oh, brilliantly.
Okay, right.
What was
Hussey?
the score when you finished it? Yeah, he was up there poaching like Gomes.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
Man, we really didn't. Oh, sorry.
I'm going with Robin because he's
Okay.
still at his age.
That's who I'm
Hey,
going with.
He's just.
Good shout, man.
I mean, I know he got a little plagued with a couple
make-
injuries the
didn't
last
make
few
it a real.
years, but he's just.
When he plays, he's still
Dude, he's-
a world beater.
Jesus.
That's who they attack through,
There's not even like
Yeah.
a word for him.
He's their number
that
10.
good.
which is
Quote,
why I'm
unquote,
looking.
yeah.
He is
I'm
number
saying,
10.
I'm saying top 10, maybe, because that's who Bayern
He's
attacks
back.
through.
He's the type
When
that
he's
just makes
healthy-
hard things look simple.
It's who's
hard to-
better.
He doesn't have.
That's what she said.
He doesn't. He doesn't have the
Yay!
Rob
You're on
speed
fire.
from his Chelsea days. He doesn't have that pace
You
down.
sure about
down,
that?
Down the line,
He's
from
got-
half to the 18. He can't beat people for 90
He
minutes.
used to like dribble right, even if you're like keep him left, keep him
Didn't
left.
matter.
Okay, I'll dribble right just to go left.
Yeah, he was that fast.
Yeah.
Now he has that speed between like 30-yard and the goal line.
But his technique.
got
And
this
his
thing.
technique. Also, he needs to
Yeah.
shimmy, gets on the left foot.
Sterling.
He's more
It's on,
clinical.
it's on target at least.
He's more clinical than he's ever been.
We really didn't talk about Bayern much in this game.
Bayern's a machine.
Maybe because it was just so humiliating.
And
for
we'll
Arsenal.
get to talk about him in the next round.
But I have Robin also for my man of the match. But I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
after-
it was just
after the
Bayern
end,
being
it was
Bayern,
just-
dude. The problem was that Bayern played the way they were expected. Arsenal did not. So that's why we focused on Arsenal, is that Arsenal capitulated. It's not like
Absolutely.
Bayern had this movement and touches and goals.
They were just
like,
themselves.
But
Yeah,
the first
Arsenal was
themselves,
winning.
and Arsenal
Arsenal
didn't
was
show
playing
up.
well the first half, and
They were winning.
The red card changed everything.
Yeah.
Man. The red card changed.
But then the
everything.
manager didn't react properly.
It just
You're
drives
right.
me nuts,
and,
man.
and,
that-
and that didn't help.
That's
Shot-
the in-game
shot.
coaching I talk
Yeah.
about.
Are
with Wenger.
Bayern favorites to win this right now?
No.
No.
Barcelona is.
Dude, Barcelona's momentum, they're going to win the treble again.
They
You
might
can
not
go
lose.
away.
They might not lose
Go
another game the
away.
rest of the
They
year.
could-
They could very well not lose another game this year.
I think they fucking tie this week.
Dude,
Can they go
Zizou
back
needs
to
to
back?
I
Dude,
think they're hungover
Real
this
Madrid
weekend.
needs to
No.
go crazy to beat this Barca team after that game. Anyway,
I digress.
dude's crying in the
Well, listen,
stands. You
kidding-
fucking
Oh my
kidding me, bro?
god, that dude!
The whole stadium's in
That
tears, bro. It was a World Cup final.
He's
Like,
incredible.
It was
even if
around the
Barca
16.
go down 2 goals. Now they know what they can do. They know
Not
what
their
they
own
We can
style.
win
So
8-0 if we have
Yeah.
to.
It's fearless.
They can overcome anything.
Give it an MSN, dude.
Just a different
That's a tactic.
mentality.
It's pure momentum.
Speaking of Real Madrid, they come out, beat Napoli with a reverse score 3-1, 3-1, both legs.
Who
Man,
else?
Healthy. If it was
Who
a
else?
very healthy scoreline.
The best center back in the world.
Sergio.
It's the same thing.
Where-
Best center back in the
They go
world.
down a goal, Madrid, like they did in the first leg, and then they just bounce back.
I'll be honest with you. This guy needs to be on a Ballon d'Or list. He needs to be on.
He should be
hi-
top 3 at least.
I totally agree.
He can finish in
It's
second or
because
third.
he doesn't
but-
play center. But you know what? Now he has to score goals to get recognized, which is ridiculous.
Hey, I got a stat
Silly.
for you.
He's so good.
He scores the biggest
He's
goals.
awesome.
You big,
Always.
hey,
Always.
talking
Even
about
without that long hair, he's still good.
Talking about biggest goals, Alvaro Ramos has 21 goals since the 2014 Champions League final, where he tied it in like the 99th minute, last minute on Earth. 18 have come when Madrid were losing or tied. So 18 of those 21, they're always down a goal, tied. They need a big goal.
He's a hero.
He's that guy. That's just in 3 years.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. I don't think we've ever seen a center back like this who can defend.
John Terry was
he's-
this guy.
Yeah.
He was like getting
Yeah.
double digits,
but
in
nowhere
the season.
as technical.
No, not even close.
And a
but
little more rapey.
But at the same
Absolutely.
time, Ramos right now just shows you how good Spain was a couple of World Cups ago. Because he's the best. What I'm saying, he's the best center back in the league, in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was playing right back because you had Puyol and Piqué. Like you had those guys.
Hey, he
and,
had
like,
earned his trade, man.
No,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying
Solid
is
point.
that's
That's a good
how
point.
you just look at Spain back then. You just kind of reminisce about that team, and they were that good.
He could play center midfield.
But he started.
But he was
started
young,
as a
dude.
right back.
Yeah, he started as right back, but
And he just evolved, man. Like that's just they were like, yeah, we can't waste this dude running up and down the line. He's gonna command the game.
You
But
know,
he's young, and Puyol's older, so get him out there.
you know what I'm impressed with, man?
Lion.
Dries
Oh, man.
Mertens, man.
Oh,
This
that's
dude, he's popping, man.
He's had
He's popping.
they changed him from a left winger, a right winger, into center forward.
Higuain who, bro?
He's been
I think he
on
scored like
fire.
15, 16 goals this year for
He
Napoli.
scored 2 this weekend.
Yeah.
Pissed
He's on
on
fire.
fucking Roma's
He
flag.
hit the post in this game. Look, he could have had himself a potential hat
They were
trick in this
great
game.
shot, man. Napoli was cowish, man. They had a chance to do the impossible, man. They did. They were at the first like 10 minutes, dude. They were just pinning Real Madrid too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought Real Madrid was gonna come out and like try to dominate this game.
Napoli's fans showed up 6 hours
They're insane, bro.
before the game started. They were outside of Madrid's
dude.
hotel.
They're the nuttiest
Cheering
fans in the world.
It was insane.
They're like Boca Juniors River Plate level fans,
Yeah.
dude. Like straight up.
I will stab you for
Yes.
this W.
Hey,
right
Mr.
now.
Ref, don't fuck this up for us.
I got this gun loaded, ready.
It's terrible, man. The ultras.
Yeah, man.
But man, what a team to play for, man. You better run. There's no like 0 games under 10K for this team, dude.
why you got to take those random shots? Though?
Sanchez can play on that team.
Sanchez can play on any
Nah,
team
he
in the
can
world.
play.
You know you
He
want
can.
him on
Except
Chelsea.
United.
You know you want him. Dude, Ramos saves the day. He gets a little bit lucky. I feel bad for Mertens too, because his second header, it was a bullet of a header, as the commentator says. Deflects off of Mertens' head. Looked like Pepe Reina had that one, but
That was bullshit,
That's
dude.
unlucky.
How is that an own goal? Like what rule? What is the actual words behind that rule? Jesus Christ!
what are the words behind that rule?
Dead end road out.
No, but it was
Oh,
on target.
shit.
If it's on target, it's again hit the target, and you hit it. You headed it. That's got to be a goal.
So if it's on target, it hits the target? Is that what you're
yeah,
telling me?
basically.
This is how you do. You shit on Arsenal and you bounce. That's what you
That's
do.
right, homie.
I'm tired of this shit,
Arsenal
man.
sucks.
You better show up when Chelsea loses.
What about Chelsea? They ain't gonna lose.
Show up when they lose, then. Stop hedging those bets.
Okay, first place. First place.
Show up when they lose,
Tom's gonna
bro.
teabag you, bro, if Chelsea loses.
He's so bitter right now. He can't even stand it.
Show up when they lose, bro. You know what's gonna happen.
Love you.
I don't love you.
Suck it.
That gay.
Yeah. Be good.
Cheers.
Oh my god, man! Look, Madrid, they're the champions. You really think they're gonna win it this year, bro? Or
Look,
do you
man,
want them? 'Cause I
after
want them to win, but I don't think they're gonna back to back it.
Now that Frida's
After-
left the room, he reminded me today that he chose Barcelona to win the Champions League. And I was like, "Ah, you fool! They're about to go out. You know that knocks you out of the running, man." But
Yeah, I was ready to update our prediction spreadsheet, dude.
yeah,
I was ready.
I was like, "Yo, dude,
ready.
I still
Tom had
haven't
Barcelona
gone
as
wrong.
well.
I wanted to go 100.
I know.
I wanted everyone to drop.
Look, man, they got the pieces. I don't know if they have, outside of Sergio Ramos, I don't know if Ronaldo can still be that hero. We'll see, you know what I mean? But, like, they're going to need some, like, 2 or 3. Bale and Ronaldo, basically. If they step up, they're fine.
What about Morata and Benz?
They need to contribute here and there, you know.
Modric,
but, like, the
Tony
game-winning
Kroos.
the game-winning goals have to come from Bale or have to come from
That's fine. You got
Ronaldo.
2 guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they got to be the leader. If they're having a bad game, I don't know if Morata has enough or Benz has enough to put the game on his back.
One you got to go on to Ramos.
That's
the
You
where it
third
got
comes
3
to.
guys.
But
the third option.
that's that wild card, bro.
He takes penalties too.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Whoa, don't forget about who supplies those crosses and who plays in the middle of the field.
Tony Kroos.
Tony Kroos.
Yeah, but
I mean,
he's in the game to serve and just
Agreed,
put
dude.
on-
But like
put
just
on
like
plates.
today, Barcelona doesn't win if Busquets doesn't do his job, but always
Yeah.
saying shit
Yeah.
about Busquets. Like it's
Dude,
all about your
I
front
should have
3
mentioned
and your
him.
defender.
I should have mentioned him because I was very, very impressed with
He was
his
killing
game,
it.
bro.
He
was
absolutely
amazing.
killed it.
He was amazing
He
in that
shut
game.
down PSG, man.
So smooth.
I mean, to win it this year, Bale will have to pull up from Neymar. I mean, just
That's
because
what
you
I'm
see
saying,
in Barcelona,
man.
you see the transition going on. But is Cristiano ready for that transition, though? Because I don't know if they have that type of chemistry where that transition can happen harmoniously.
he wants to be the king.
think-
He doesn't want to be co-king.
Yeah, but I think it can because he's starting to play more central. So he's not competing on the same level. It's not pace for pace. Who's the better winger today?
And Ronaldo should have had a goal in this game, man.
should've.
He dribbled by the goalie, hits
the
the
post.
near post.
Is
It's
that
like,
unlucky?
well,
or should he score?
I think he just thought it was going in. I think he's
I got
been
this.
there so
Think-
many times.
I think he got not lazy, but Ronaldo lazy. I think
Well, it's
2-3 years ago he doesn't switch off. That ball goes in.
Would you
He
take
just-
it?
don't
Would you
see him
take another
switch off.
touch even just to slow it down and like a quick touch then a shot?
I don't
did
think
the
he
right
I think he
thing.
had the angle.
He hit it
for
Yeah.
when he needed to. He just, I don't think it was
And look-
all the way focused.
Yeah, he's unlucky. He's unlucky in that. Like I'm not saying he's dropping or anything, but that's not Ronaldo-esque.
Dude, Messi catching him. Messi on his 94th Champions League goal. CR's
Hey,
on his
man.
95th. Could have got to
Listen,
96.
thank
Bump
you.
her up a little bit.
Bro, he needs to
Messi-
get to 100
Messi-
first.
Messi
He
ducked.
needs to get there.
Messi ducked today. He had an opportunity to catch him. He ducked. He gave it to Neymar. So
Well,
that's
you're
all
gonna-
right.
Yeah, that's true. That's
He
very
could have
true.
had 2 goals today. Instead, he said,
That's
hey,
how
young-
in his own
young
head he is,
Prince.
man.
Yeah, he was
This
like,
guy's
young
supposed
Prince,
to be
here, you get 2
invincible. I
goals.
still don't believe this. Like, even
CR7
the
does
greatest
not do
players. Like some
No,
of the greatest players, man, still get in their own heads
Yeah.
at that level. And
But
that's
CR7 doesn't.
Yeah.
I think
No.
CR7 takes it over
he
and
might
over
still
and
miss
over and over
Champions
and
League
over.
final 2008. He missed.
Yeah.
He might miss, but he always stands up for it.
Yeah.
That's courage, man.
Because to him, I think it's worse to give it to someone and then they miss.
And then think
you know
about
why?
that.
He's like, no, I should have taken
I
it.
think for him, it's worse to give it up to someone, period, bro. I think he always wants to be the alpha, always wants to be the hero, and he doesn't mind the downside.
Mentally,
No,
that's the
not
difference
at all.
between
He'll
him and
score
Messi.
again.
Yes.
Him and Messi, that's the
he's a
difference.
shark.
Yeah. Messi's ever since the Argentina, that he took that shit
hurt.
hard, man.
He's
the 2 final losses.
Yeah, well, he
Lost
hits the
against Germany
crossbar.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
he's been hurt on the big stage.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But
It is.
This debate can go on forever, man.
No doubt, man.
Messi Ronaldo debate.
And you know what? The 3-1 scoreline, that didn't really sum up the game for me.
No,
Napoli
definitely
played so much better. Mertens hit the post. Hamsik had a couple tries out there. This very well could have been a 3-1.
But who won?
This could have been 3-1 Napoli. So it's the 3-1 for Real. It doesn't really tell the story of the game for me.
Yeah.
But who's the better team in the end?
Well, yeah.
A la Madrid.
but
That's the thing. Like they were the better team, the worst team on the day, but they still won 3-1.
More clinical, man.
You know, that's the thing to take away as my positive from this game. And they played like kind of like crap, still won 3-1 comfortably. With Sergio Ramos stepping up again.
Best center back in the world, Sergio Ramos.
Might give him man of the
how
match.
much do you think he's worth right now if a team came in and tried to buy him?
Seven- 70.
If Madrid would sell.
70.
Honestly, yeah, 70 probably.
At
He's in
the
his
least.
prime still.
At the least, 70.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Or 60. I say 60 to the
No,
least.
I think he has to be more. I think he's
More?
for me.
60 plus bonuses.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But at least, like, you
Plus,
can't go
like-
lower than that. Like, it's probably going to be, like, 68, 70, but
Nah, but
He's
he's
just been
30.
on Madrid.
He's 30. So, like,
he doesn't have a lot of years left, but he's got 2.
I'd say
He's-
more 60. More 50, 60.
Yeah, just 'cause of his
he's
age.
30, yeah.
I
If
see
he
at
was
least
25 or 26, dude, 100.
I
You
think
kidding
he
me?
breaks the David Luiz's record of most expensive defender. Yeah,
You think so?
100%. 100%.
But he's never leaving, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Don't sleep on Chelsea.
Dude, no.
Wow, if you
Ram-
left Madrid, dude.
Dude,
what a
he's
disgrace.
never leaving
What a
Madrid.
disgrace.
Unless if he's like at
Said
the age
same
where
thing about
dude,
Bastian
No, I think you're
Schweinsteiger.
disrespecting
Said the
Ramos
same.
with that
I
statement,
didn't say that.
bro. Because
Early?
Puyol and Ramos, I put in the same fucking class. Guys who serve their clubs, who are gonna slowly ride the bench and then retire as
With
Real
grace.
Madrid. Yeah,
With
that's
grace
the
and
right
elegance.
way to do it, dude.
Look, man,
None of
I-
this
John Terry
leaving-
style, even.
Yeah,
I agree. But
He's
they
still there. He's still subbing.
exactly.
Like, he's
Yeah,
still,
yeah, you're right.
well,
not
he signed a
Lampard
contract
style.
to go out in style.
yeah,
different
not
eras, man.
Lampard
Different
style.
eras. Because you can look at Xavi, and he was a one-club player. But that Middle East kept calling.
That's crazy.
And they threw that money up.
That was crazy.
So whether he goes to Chelsea, whether he goes to MLS, whether he goes to
But
the Middle
okay,
East,
I'll give a
he
pass.
may leave. He
I'll
may
give
not
a pass.
retire at
I'll give a
Madrid.
pass to China, Middle East. Because I count that as just you're going retirement money.
He's not
If
going
he
to a
goes
Champions League
Europe-
team like that. Like he's not
Yeah,
going to a top tier team.
It's still kind of
Yeah.
weird, though.
If he goes to
When
another
Xavi went.
European
Like, of all
team,
people, man, I was like, Xavi? Really?
Exactly.
oh, he's loving
It was
life
weird
out
as shit.
there,
I
man.
know, man.
he's on vacation.
That's what I
now.
knew.
Love him,
The
dude.
game's changed.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
The
that
game's
I don't.
changed.
I don't blame Xavi. You're not
I don't
gonna
blame him
play
one
anyway.
second.
Yeah, but if you're going like if Rooney goes to Everton, I'm gonna be a little annoyed.
It'd
I'm
be
gonna
great
be
to
annoyed.
still see him play though, and see.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
play in
keep.
China, bro.
I wanted to catch Alan Shearer. I just want to keep scoring goals.
Go play in China,
I
bro.
want to see how many
Got
goals
A-Rab
this
on
guy
it.
can actually score. In
Why
his
you don't
career.
want to
That's
see
Harry
him?
Kane, bro.
You don't want to see him go
Harry
home.
Kane's gonna
That's
beat the record.
That's Harry Kane,
I
bro.
don't care.
What?
Catching Shearer.
Yeah, right, dude.
Catching Shearer.
don't know.
Dortmund.
He's going to be on
for-
Man United.
Who?
Oh.
Harry,
Harry Kane.
Harry.
They might break the bank for
No,
that.
you
dude.
don't like that. I don't know why you
I
weren't
don't
feeling
like
that
it.
right
I
there.
don't like
That's
it.
a classic Man United player. Can't really dribble that well, but he'll score goals.
That's the problem.
That's
dude.
that Rooney shit.
When we're
Ruben
desperate,
Nistelrooy.
we need grease. We need
Yeah, you
someone who
got
can
other
take
dudes
someone
around
on.
him, but he'll get the header. He'll left or right.
Rude Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, he's
I'm
Vanessa
like,
Roy
fast
has
as
step
shit.
overs.
I got a
Nah.
quick. I got a
When
good
you-
right foot.
Don't sleep
Vanessa
on
Roy's got,
Vanessa
like,
Roy.
ball
Step
control.
overs,
He
ball
had-
control.
crazy
He was
ball
fast as
control.
shit, and he
Dude,
was
the
a
goalie
good. He was a
scored
good
from half.
speed dribbler. Yeah, against
Yeah,
Arsenal.
dude, come on, bro.
But we're
Vanessa
we're
Roy-
talking about something different.
Wait, when do you
Yeah.
think Kane's getting
Kane's a
sold?
little different.
next summer, not this summer, upcoming, the summer after.
18.
But I mean, it's looking like the Spurs are going to make Champions League.
The Spurs. I don't know what
Spurs.
the Spurs.
The
are
Spurs,
gonna
the
be,
Spurs, the
but-
Spurs.
Hey, it's looking.
What is this, basketball, dude? NBA?
Is Greg Pop over there?
Hey, he got him. He got him.
Borussia
Whatever.
Borussia Dortmund
You're
4.
speechless. Silence the Huss.
Benfica, zip.
Benfica.
Let's talk about the
Zip.
great American.
This is why I wanted to draw Benfica right here.
Greatest
Did
American
you use
of all
zip because there was
time.
an American involved?
You know it.
Oh. 4 zip. Good guys.
Pulisic, dude. Gets the assist from the corner. That was dirty.
Nice little flick on.
Sorry about that.
No man on the post, man. Basic rule. No man on the post.
And Obama Bang coming back for y'all. Talking shit. You don't like his hair, Dortmund? Oh, really? Oh, you Grace Kellys, you don't like him? He's coming back for you.
3 goals, dude. Puts the team on his back. Sends him through.
Says Madrid, watch out.
Pulisic just clinched staying at Dortmund, I think, next year. Or he just doubled his price.
How
because
can you let him go?
Well, what I'm saying is Liverpool was linked with him, and they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna spend like 30 something." They're just gonna
They
push.
said
and push.
they're not selling,
But
though.
to a point, there was a price, but now it's like, dude, the
He's
kid's
playing,
not. He
he's
can't even.
starting in Champions
He
League.
can't even drink in America yet, and he's one of the best players on the field right now.
He's scoring chips in the Champions League. That's where I was like, that's silly.
Composure,
When he got that
dog.
assist,
A head
I was
flick.
like, oh, that's
how
sick.
many kids his age? Just like,
Well, they're not
I'm
allowed
gonna try
to head the ball.
It was lucky.
No,
Brain
they
damage,
are.
right? Concussion.
No,
Right.
yeah, funny. But after 13, they can. But like,
He did the
I mean,
right thing.
But a lot of
by-
people at his age don't. Hey, I'm gonna head flick it, to the back post. Oh, that was brilliant, dude. That was. I mean,
Yeah.
older players, 25, 26, think about that. But not. What is he like?
It's
18?
not true. I've been 16
19.
and I've done that before.
19.
Definitely done that before.
Okay, well.
16 years old, bro. I think that was more so luck, man. Like, yeah, it's good fortune by doing the right thing. Does the right
That's
thing.
what it is, just
follows
good
the play.
technique. Yeah.
When they draw that up in practice, the man on the first post supposed to flick it to the back post.
Yeah, Bumabang, it wasn't a
Yeah.
coincidence that he was waiting at the back post, one-on-one
the
mark.
chip showed you his true quality.
That's
That's where I
ridiculous.
agree with you. It was like, all right,
Oh my goodness,
at
the
16,
chip.
18, I wasn't doing that shit, bro. Like the composure to see the goalie.
And
You tried to do it, but
and
to
he-
get under the bar, it
No.
just
First
keeps
time,
spinning.
too.
Just keeps spinning.
It wasn't
up.
off his touch. It was
Yeah.
off of a pass.
and
Yeah.
Bumabang is breaking through. All you got to do is square that to him, put the pressure on him.
I got this.
And he's like, nah, I got this.
just gonna dink this over right quick.
Unreal.
But it
Full
shows how
speed,
But it
too.
shows how he reads the game. He knows how to
He's
read the
brilliant, man.
attack. Like
He's
watch his
brilliant.
movement in that whole play. Comes up through the side, comes in the middle, moves outside,
He's
waits for the
brilliant.
pass. 19 years old now.
It's brilliant, man.
American.
But the true story is Obama Bang ending Benfica's hopes, man. I think Benfica was not ready for this atmosphere. This German yellow wall or yellow brick wall, whatever they want to call them, bro. In this stadium of Dortmund, man, they have one of the biggest advantages in Europe, bro.
Dude, as long as there's a cage around your stadium, you have an advantage.
That's
Like,
nuts.
That's a
It's-
hostile
it's-
environment, bro.
It's insane, dude. Like, our fans are so rabid. We need cages.
Gotta hold them back.
Yeah,
Hold
we
them
got-
back.
Security's
Got
not enough.
flares
They have
and
no
shit.
respect for that fucking yellow jacket. Gonna bulldoze past that old part-timer.
How many dudes need to storm the field before you're like, all right, we gotta put a cage up?
Right?
It's too much. Think about that.
Germany's
right
just ridiculous, man. When I see these random Bundesliga games, you watch Bayern traveling to these stadiums, and you just see fans climbing the cages, holding flares in their teeth, just shaking it like they're fucking monkeys,
They're
dude.
all
in the cage.
unison when they sing too. You
Dude,
know
that's-
what they're saying.
That's the worst, dude. That's the worst. But when someone scores, they're like, Pulisic, and they all yell the name, dude.
Oh
It's
my God,
ridiculous.
bro.
Thomas.
It's like
When he used to score goals.
Yeah, when he used to. Yeah,
way
bitch.
back when.
Poor
Back
guy.
when I used to respect you. Dude, a bomber bang.
He'll prove you wrong, bro. Keep saying, bro.
I know, right? I
Sup,
thought
bro?
about it subconsciously, man. Nah, man, I don't.
Man.
What? Are you trying to say?
Aubameyang, I'm trying to say Aubameyang. Is he that next level striker? Does he come to the EPL? Does he go to Real Madrid? Is he that A plus that can transform your team?
I think his last goal was offside, first of all. And I think he's not an A+. Plus. He's certainly an A minus, though. He scores goals for fun. Is he disciplined? Nah, I think that remains to be seen for me. But he's a natural goal
He
scorer,
scored
man. And he's
a
athletic.
lot of goals, man.
And he does it for fun.
Mhm.
He does it just naturally.
6'2". He's got a big frame.
Athletic.
Probably the
Fast.
fastest guy out there every
He's a
time. he
complete
touches
number
the
9.
bench,
Got
man.
moves.
He's a complete number 9.
Left, right can take people.
He's
down.
exciting. He's exciting.
I think it's so important which club he goes to. So if he goes to Chelsea, I don't think he becomes A+. I don't think they'll ever need him enough for him to be A+. Man City, I think, is going to be eventually the same thing once Pep figures out his midfield. He's never been a big number 9 guy. But But you look at
Arsenal.
if he goes to Arsenal, it becomes problematic. He could be A plus. He goes to Liverpool, easily A plus. Obviously, Tottenham's not quite in the debate because that's it seems
What about
too.
Real Madrid? Get rid of Benz.
Morata's coming on too hard, bro. He scores in the Champions League today.
Not enough
Show was
game
a
time.
rebound. He shouldn't go anywhere. He's gonna split time because to become that A plus player, man, how much time was Aguero spending on the bench? Before they won that buzzer
He was playing
beater,
every single game.
playing
He
for
was the
years.
guy. Yeah.
For years.
Well,
he was building
that's
up.
Aubameyang's benefit too, because he could have left 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He could have left a long time
And he tried to
ago.
kind of leave last summer too.
But he hasn't, and that's the surprising thing. He stayed with Dortmund. Like, granted, all the big clubs really have a number 9, except for one club I know, from Liverpool. Everyone has really number 9, so he hasn't really had to move for a guaranteed spot. So 3 years, he's just been developing and scoring.
And he's in his prime now, 27 years
I think
old.
he's
Now's
ready to
the
move.
time.
I think he's approaching that A plus.
Arsenal or Liverpool, or maybe even you can say Atletico if they lose Griezmann. If they make room for him.
Imagine him on
They've been
Atletico,
linked
man.
with Lacazette, who's
Yeah.
another guy.
Arsenal's
who,
also been linked
if
with.
he,
Yeah,
if
for
he
how long
reaches
now?
his full potential,
long?
could be an A plus
See, but again, I feel like Aubameyang's more of a safer bet. He might not.
now.
Lacazette's potential might be higher than Aubameyang's, but right now, for the next 3-4 years, you're gonna get a guy who's one of the top scorers in Europe.
Are you willing to pay 70 for him?
70's asking a lot, man.
Because
He's
that's what
asking a lot.
Dortmund is trying to get for him.
I think in Liverpool's shoes, you do.
You have
'Cause
to.
if they have fucking Aubameyang, Mane, Firmino, they try to squeeze him in. Coutinho, Wijnaldum, Chan shows up, Henderson. Like, bro, it becomes stupid. It becomes this is not fair.
Off to the races.
all track team, right?
Yeah, dude.
Like, I just
now
made
we
that
can
team on
outscore.
FIFA. Like, that's my,
center back? No!
but, but every time you talk about
Hussey
Emre
logic, Huss logic.
every,
as we
every
call
time
it.
you talk about Emre Can, like, oh, who'd you get? Oh, he's gonna be good. If we're able to sell him for enough money, I wouldn't mind. I don't know how to say his last name really. Julian Weigl. That, I mean, he's 21
Yeah,
years
he can
old.
ball.
He's been linked with Barca. He's
He
been
can
linked
ball.
with big
That's
dogs.
what I'm saying, dude. He's the I mean, Tony
And
Cruz
enough of
came out
these
saying
kids.
this is the one, man. He said that he's taking over my spot
You
for
should-
Germany. Basically,
you should
he's
get-
leading interceptions in Bundesliga right now. He looks like he's going to be the real deal. And Pulisic, just to get back on him, he just because it's a huge for America, huge for the United States to see a player like him perform at the stage like that. He was offered Croatia and denied them because his grandfather was Croatian.
He probably never would have played. In his
Right
mind.
now,
I mean, it's Croatia, they're
he
nice.
could be playing for
Yeah,
right
him-
now.
yeah,
After now,
him and
next,
Piazza could
oh
be tearing
my-
it up.
He could have, but at the time, do you really think he was going
Kovacic,
to break into that team
Modric, I mean,
versus
Not
the
for
American?
the Euros.
It'd be
not
easy.
for the Euros.
Yeah.
No, not for the. Well, maybe for the Euro.
I
Never
don't
know.
think for the Euros.
But at least for the next one, Croatia would have been dangerous.
Yeah, man.
But it's great for America.
If you're going to sign somebody, other than
Hit up that mic.
my bad.
Yeah. Were you looking? Were you trying to talk through my mind?
Mike moves, Al. You can take it with you.
Who are you talking about?
Now keep going. What were you saying?
Okay.
Ousmane Dembele. That's what I'm saying. Got a yellow card in this game, but showed flashes, man.
Yeah.
Showed flashes from the Dembele family. This kid is still real.
Dembele clan, bro.
Left or right, like, it doesn't matter. Very skillful. I'm so glad he's starting. He went to the perfect team. This is what Dortmund, if you're young, they're the perfect team to go to. Arsenal as well, Liverpool as well. You will play. You will get plenty of time, and you'll learn a system. You will learn an attacking system, how to
Exactly.
play within an attacking system, and go forward. So good for him, man. And
Pulisic.
Dortmund, they're dangerous, man, because they have one of the best counterattacks in Europe.
They have a 19-year-old playing in their Champions League squad. Like, just for fun.
year.
They don't have to play
Every
him.
year they do that. Mario Götze,
Yeah.
when he
Well,
was
he-
doing it.
They
every
love
year,
youth.
They have a
Well,
wonder
I mean,
kid.
he's hurt now. I know you're talking about the past, but Emery Moore, he's not even playing. I mean, he's
Gotta
a
get
child
his shot.
still,
Boy,
basically.
that's
I
a
do.
boy.
I love that
Right.
dude.
Gotta
I
squeeze
love
him
that
in.
dude. Yeah, I was like, oh, what the hell?
For PFC's sake, I gotta mention Andre Schürrle. Didn't really get a chance to Schürrle one in, but just gotta bring him up because we love
Fan
that guy.
favorite.
Yeah, it's a fan favorite right
If,
there.
if Liverpool's going to sign anybody, they should sell Lallana and buy Isco.
I mean,
Let's go
And
for
then you
sale.
buy a Aubameyang, and then you can win the league. That's what it takes.
you know, if they
That's,
bought
that's
it.
simple math right there.
Look, I wouldn't be mad if they bought Isco either. I mean,
But
I
you sell Lallana
sell.
because he's not going to send the bench.
But
just got a new
no,
contract.
if anyone,
Someone's gonna pay big. Actually, no one wants him either.
if anyone was willing to take the shots and just sit on the bench here and there, it would be Lallana.
I think so too. He never finishes.
Don't
90
sell
minutes.
him, because one of the biggest reasons why Liverpool's in the situation that they are,
They keep
rather
on
than
the
being
beat.
in second or
Yeah.
something, is because they had such a crappy generate from having no depth when Mane was gone. I know the defense, I know that, but there was no depth. So you keep Lallana. You don't sell Lallana if you get Isco.
No, if he wants to stay, you can keep him. But
He will.
if he doesn't, okay, we don't know that. We don't know that. So we will. If they do sign, he wouldn't go anywhere, man. He'd go to Southampton, maybe go back home.
Nah.
But no one really wants him. But
How
He's
happy,
at the perfect club.
Oh, my bad. How happy is Man United they didn't buy Lindelof, bro? The left center back for Benfica. This guy had a terrible game.
one bad
man.
game.
Look,
We're gonna judge players on
Yeah,
one
man.
bad game
Yeah,
or
bro,
two bad
I'm
games.
just saying, like,
Up
aren't
and
you
coming.
glad you kind of pulled away
No,
from
we
that?
didn't.
For
We didn't
now,
pull.
January?
relative to what happened, yes. But you never know.
Oh, man, it's rough.
He could turn out to be a gem.
Servi was the only dude who looked like he wanted the ball. Him and Salvio. I like Salvio, very skillful player. But the wingers of Benfica looked like the only players who really wanted to play this game. But Luis Zal, the captain, got close off of a header. Benfica, man, this is why I wanted to draw him as Arsenal. I just had a feeling that they weren't going to be able to.
Oh look,
You would have scraped by
I mean,
like
bro,
one.
We would have
the
scraped by
weakest-
him. Because we're struggling, we would have scraped by
Straight,
him.
but you would have won though.
Yeah, exactly.
But you would have beat them.
We wouldn't have beat
most
them 4-0.
likely.
No,
1-0,
not at home. We don't have that
2-1.
atmosphere.
It'd be tight, or you might have lost, like or extra time.
They would've
It would have
pulled
been
a
great. It would have been a
Monaco. They
great
would've
ball.
pulled a
To be
Monaco,
honest.
bro.
Would have been tight.
It would have been tight, but they probably would have grinded it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the weakest team in round of 16.
Leicester.
Yeah, right. Arsenal's
We-
leaving up
we
to Leicester for
technically
England.
wouldn't have been allowed because
No,
English
but
teams
if
can't
we're
play.
talking weakest,
I don't know, man. 2-1.
Arsenal's
Sevilla.
weakest. Like, Arsenal's the weakest.
drink of
in
that Kool-Aid.
Sevilla.
They're
At this point,
they're hot right now.
Arsenal's
they're in form.
eliminated. Now I transfer over to the EPL. I'm like, all right, Leicester City. You have the story. You got Craig Shakespeare. Do it for the stories.
Shakes.
Go on, lads.
Et tu brute.
Well, the Leicester players want to be there again. They didn't want to be there for, in December and January. And
That's true.
now because they did get that goal against Sevilla, then they came out. They beat Liverpool. They're feeling again. They're getting those goals. They're getting the momentum.
They need to pull a mini Barca. They get 3 goals, it's over.
Ice cold.
That'd be crazy. 3 goals, it's over.
It's naughty,
Well,
man.
we'll see
That's gonna be an
Sampaoli.
exciting
We'll see
game.
what life Sampaoli is about.
Man of the match.
I got
It's gotta be
Socrates.
Pierre.
Man gets
Pierre. I got Socrates, man. Clean sheet. My favorite philosopher of all time. I love this guy. Like Socrates used to be. Oh, Brazilian guy too. But great name. Socrates.
FYI, Socrates got megged 3 times in a row.
That's why I got
like
some-
a
that's why I-
random play on YouTube. I'll post a clip.
That's why he got subbed
I'll
off,
post a
dude.
clip.
That's why he
It
got
wasn't
yanked.
this game, but he got megged 3
Oh.
times in a row. I'm gonna hold
Go
back on
work.
Socrates.
He's done.
Whatever, bro.
I'm gonna hold back on him. We'll go with the Bomber Bang, the man who got the hat trick.
Nah, whatever, man.
Man, I want
Clean
to.
sheet is just as important as a hat trick.
I want to give it
Nah,
to
that Barca
Pulisic.
showed that.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Barca showed.
I'm kidding.
I want to give it to Pulisic, but you have to give it Aubameyang. 3 goals. Champions League. Need them.
Beast.
Game over.
And in the other snooze fest, Premier League action this week, Man City played Stoke in a makeup but like early game.
Why we here game?
Yeah, like
Why
what are we
We're
doing
just passing
here?
through, so you want to play?
0-0. Stoke City manages to frustrate him, man.
Love it.
Brilliantly frustrate him.
Love it.
Hurts my fantasy team. I had 3
I
Man
love
City
it
players.
even more for that reason. Thank Christ, everyone.
So
with
tired
all
of this
these.
dude.
Gamble,
What?
dude.
This dude, oh yeah, footsteps, all that bullshit.
You know what do you mean
man.
footsteps?
Oh, yeah,
There's
no,
no more footsteps,
yeah,
bro. You're
footsteps.
knocked out.
That's
I'm in
all
your
right, bro.
house.
I didn't set the
I'm
lineup.
chilling in the master bedroom,
I'll
bro.
be back.
But
I'll
you
be
know what,
back.
though?
Master
I'm
bedroom.
just
right
glad
now.
Man City had
Don't
no
play that
play-
ding dong ditch.
Aguero didn't do shit. If you triple captained him,
Yeah.
Wayne
sucks. Sucks.
sucks,
You still
Terry.
got good points though.
Yeah, he still did good. But you know
Yeah, he
what?
still did good.
Pep,
Still did
again,
well.
changes around. You have the 4-1-4-1. He's going back to that, fine. But you have Fernandinho playing the Yaya Toure spot. And you put Yaya Toure where Silva would normally be. Don't put Toure back. Put him back where he was doing well.
Him
One
not
or the other there.
Him
One-
not starting Silva, a guy who's hot right now, is similar to like if United doesn't start Mata. It's never fucking good, man, because you can have Kevin De Bruyne, who's, fucking brilliant, but Silva just has a way of being that link between Yaya Toure or Fernandinho an Aguero or Sané or Sterling. You know, so him not being on this pitch was actually very awesome for Stoke, because by the time he came on, he couldn't really affect the game, man. Like, his movement, his intricate movement, is absolutely unparalleled in this league, dude.
Torre, you don't have him play there. It's one or the other, him or Fernandinho at that spot.
I agree.
Don't have Torre run up and down the field. That's a weak spot for him right there. He showed where he's good. Right now, he's all right. He's at the tail end of his career. I always give him crap about not running. He was playing outstanding when he was doing the 4-1-4-1.
Dude, they didn't.
When he got the one put there.
They didn't score because Navas was on the field.
I was about to say,
bro.
this
guy doesn't do shit.
I do not like the inclusion of Jesus Navas. I thought this was a good game to start a Kelechi and Nacho, who just scored a goal. He managed to feature in this game. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with Nolito. I mean, is he injured still? Is he feeling sick? Whatever it is, Jesus Navas, he's really shown that he doesn't really do. He's not going to really produce an assist or a goal for you. He will play pretty consistently.
He's not a top 4 player. He'd be perfectly fine on Everton, on Stoke. Like, he's the kind of guy who you're not going to rely, almost like an Albrighton without, the crossing ability.
And City don't have a game this weekend. The next game is
FA Cup.
Oh,
FA Cup.
That's what it.
Great
point, because I was checking out the Champions League. So that's definitely why Pep was trying to rest Sterling and rotate the team.
No, Sterling.
How'd that work out, man? Sterling, it's the EPL. You can't take any games off. You can't play Silva. Navas, Jesus. You can't play him.
What about the FA Cup?
Yo, I'm fine with Sterling.
It's this weekend, mate. They're playing on Wednesday.
No, Saturday.
Today's Wednesday.
No, I'm saying they played today on a Wednesday, so you have to.
Yeah,
but
resting Sterling is fine, but I would still have Nolito starting instead of Navas, but I still wouldn't have Torre in the middle right there.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It just, I don't know. For me,
it was very negative. You're the home team, and you start Torre and Fernandinho.
I actually thought Bravo was going to start this game. I thought this was the game that you let Bravo take the hands at Stoke. I don't. But then you have Caballero go to the FA Cup.
I think it's Caballero's position to lose.
Yeah.
I think Bravo is now the second place guy.
No. Bravo is the second place guy. I thought he was going to play this as the second place guy.
But this is Premier League. Why would you give him that game?
Because you want Caballero for the FA Cup. Maybe I don't.
You want him for both.
You have to prioritize. The EPL. That's the priority.
And I don't think Bravo will get the FA Cup necessarily. Because of the type of goals City's given up. The defense is weak, so you just need a goalie who's going to shut everything down. When your defense is playing a little better, you can start Sergio Romero. You can pull him in for different games. But this year, I don't think, or for the rest of the year, I don't think that City can afford to go rotation in the keeper position.
Lost in place.
The biggest difference from Man City the last few games and right now, by having Torre in the middle and then bringing Navas because Sterling's off. I understand that, though. And then without Silva in the middle moving the ball, City was so slow.
Stagnant, man.
Oh, my God. That's a huge reason why you don't have Torre there. That's why you have him back there. He can just,
Or you put him next to Silva, man. When he's next to Silva, Torre will look up, either decide to take someone on. If he doesn't have the legs, he gives it to Silva, and Silva takes care of it.
And then at the end of the game,
awesome relationship.
At the end of the game, De Bruyne was on the right side. And how many times did they almost score with Iheanacho, then Sané, because De Bruyne was just firing in crosses.
He might be one of the best crossers in the world.
He is.
He might be one of the best crossers in the world, dude.
I think Gareth Bale's in there, too.
I have no idea.
Maybe another player we're not thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know how Sané. I thought Sané, that was a goal for me.
I think right now we're sleeping on the impact of Raheem Sterling.
Yes.
Raheem Sterling, bro.
Game changer.
Has been having a year.
Yeah. Dude, he earns PKs. That's the difference, is that in a game like this where you're frustrated by the opposition, you need a guy who's going to do step-overs, tight spaces. Aguero is not much of a tight space dribbler. He's a bit clunky. There's no silkness about him in tight spaces. He's a lot better than Costa. He's not.
He's a
clumsy.
natural. No, he's not. But I see what you're saying. He's not.
He can't cut, chop the ball.
He doesn't throw the step overs in there.
He's very heavy-footed. No, but even Sterling throws in step overs. But I'm talking about when Sterling's in the box and you think he's gonna cross it and he chops it, and then you think he's gonna cross it again and he chops it.
Penalty.
Exactly. Those kind of moves. You don't necessarily need step overs during PKs. You just need to be able to dink the ball. And outside of Silva and Sterling, I don't think there's anyone on Man City who can do that. And that's what you need against these teams who are just going to pack it in.
But you also have Navas and Torre on the on the right. So they're on the same side. So they can actually give more help towards De Bruyne, Sané on the left side. So it just, for me, it didn't work. It just, I don't like it.
I'm happy. I'm happy, but yeah, it didn't work. You're the home team, man. You're the home team. There's no excuse. You're playing Stoke, who's not, who's up and down this year.
And I don't even.
Congrats to them for pulling a Bournemouth, except with a clean sheet as well.
And I'm not going to say it's about heart. I just think the team that Pep put on the field just wasn't as fast as they needed to be. Torrey can't run.
We will see a
We know
new
this.
Manchester City next year once there is an overhaul. There's an old team. I think Company potentially goes. Yaya's definitely out the door.
Yep.
Well, yeah, he doesn't
Jesus
have to be out the door
Navas
the way
is
he's been
out.
playing.
No, he's
No,
out.
I think he's
fresh
out.
He
blood.
could, but I'm saying he's been playing
think,
so well with the Fernandinho.
Claudio Bravo, he might be just that second goalkeeper who stays in, but I think they bring in a new goalkeeper as well.
Then have Caballero and
Sanya,
Bravo
he
battle.
could be out. Zabaleta,
Clichy.
one of those two's out.
Clichy.
Kolarov might stick around, but they're going to, I think, try to improve at every
I think
single position.
Sanya's
I think
34.
Kolarov.
He's 34 years old.
Yeah, it's time.
He's been around for so long. I didn't realize he was that
Who
old.
was also on the
He
right
hasn't
side.
changed. He looks
He
exactly
was
the
also on
same.
the right
consistent,
side
bro.
behind Navas
So
and
consistent.
Well,
Torres.
he's gotten just older now.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't look any older than he was.
They're an old
It's
team.
deceiving, yeah,
Manchester
they
City
are.
is an old-ass team.
They're aged.
Yeah.
Dude, I think he's going to build a lot on Kolarov, man. Because he moves, whatever position he moves him to, he's often not the problem.
I
Whether he's
think
playing
the
left
squad
back,
rotation guy
I think he's the squad starter, man.
next year.
I think he's the squad starter.
Gareth Barry.
Yeah, just
I-
put him in there somewhere because he's been the fastest to pick up whatever Pep wants. Every time there's a defensive error,
reliable,
it's
yeah.
not Kolarov. It's Stones. It's Otamendi. There have been times when it was
I was about to
Kolarov.
say, there've been times.
But
But
you
just
look at a guy who's
naturally,
played left
yeah.
back his whole career, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, to drop him
Again-
at center back.
I think squad rotation kind of guy. I don't think
Gotcha.
Pep wants him to be the starter
But, yeah.
next year. This year, yes, use him when Clichy's available. When he's not available, use him.
I'm guessing next year, man, he starts most of the games, 75%. Like, the
That's
other
a good
guys,
bet
the
right there.
rotation.
That's a good futuristic bet right there.
Yeah, let me sit on it. We'll see at the end of the season. We'll make a preseason bet.
When are you going to lose that hair,
He's
though?
healthy. What hair?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think. Wait, how many goals did Jesus get? How many has he got this week?
Disqualified.
Not
Disqualified.
He still might come back, though. I know you scared.
Oh no, I'm not scared.
I know
He's
you
gonna
scared.
come back half the
You're
man,
not
all
scared. You're
nervous.
scared.
He's all nervous, dude.
All right,
It's
bro.
like, oh, this APL, you stepped on my toe. Look, my toe broke.
His foot.
So- Or his foot. That's even worse.
Remember when Rooney broke his
Softy.
tarsal? Yeah.
And what
Don't
happened?
remind
Comes
me,
back,
man.
scores
Someone's
bikes.
Don't remind me.
Kick someone's head.
That was a terrible time.
Any news, boys?
Al got real sad.
yeah.
That was a
Dude,
nostalgic.
he was
terrible.
Real sad.
Think about
Real
this.
sad.
Think about this. Wayne Rooney was in his prime from the ages of, we'll say 16. No, like 18.
real, though.
Honestly, 16, but we'll say 18
Man-child.
to like 23, 24. He was in his prime.
Yeah.
And when he was 20, World Cup 06, comes in with a broken foot. It's like that was his chance to win England the World Cup. Like he was the Paul Gascoigne,
I
Alan
don't know,
Shearer.
what was it? 3 seasons ago when he was like one of the league leaders in goal. I mean,
No,
I
it was
couldn't
it
even
like,
say
dude,
that
like,
was
it was
one
like
of his-
2010. Like, it was a while ago.
no, it was like three
Anyway.
seasons ago, dude.
That's not the point, man. That's why I got sentimental.
I've like terrible Arsenal news here. Like, this is the worst.
What, did
week. This is the
Arsenal
worst.
sign his
This is
contract?
literally the worst week as an Arsenal fan.
What?
Barcelona comeback make history.
This is breaking news.
Please tell
Arsenal
me
gets
Arsene.
smashed.
Please
10
tell me
to
Arsene
2.
just signed.
No.
All right, then it's
Ah.
not the worst.
Okay.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has revealed that he wants to quit Arsenal this summer. The Manchester clubs are on high alert, and this is a new nugget because we all knew about that one.
Yo, what the
behind
fuck?
the scenes.
Whoa, when I say stuff like this, you always jump over me like, oh, we already talked about that. We already talked
but you don't
about
drop
that.
new nuggets like I'm about to. Let me drop this nugget.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Destroyed.
Pep Guardiola.
No,
Tom
because
just
I wouldn't.
destroyed
No,
you.
it's not.
No,
destroyed,
no.
It's
I know what
preferential
you're saying.
treatment.
I was waiting for him to build up. Go ahead.
That was my build-up, Huss. Let me build up like you like to build up. Beat around the bush.
It's called the build-up.
Bush.
Let's go to the build-up. Yeah, in your
Build it
face,
up.
bro. In your
Just cut
face,
off my
crust.
build-up. Doesn't feel good. Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger refused to step aside for Pep Guardiola when he was available last year. It has been revealed. Wenger refused to step aside
Wow.
for Pep Guardiola. That's
You
the
know what?
nugget.
I don't blame
Good
Arsene.
night.
I don't blame
Are you
Arsene.
serious?
I blame the owner.
Bro.
I blame the owner. Guess what? Bye. I'm paying you money to have you go.
That is true,
And he's
man.
coming in.
You own the club. You should have fired him.
Could there be a more perfect replacement
Man, that would have been genius.
than Pep Guardiola at Arsenal?
And
Tiki Taka at the
And
Emirates.
Arsene would have just been the exec. He would have went up to the office.
Yeah.
He would have still been down on the grounds with Pep talking things
Like
like
DT says,
they
you
would have been
should've-
best buds.
You should have stepped
devastated.
down after the FA Cup. You've said it 2 times.
I'm devastated.
Oh my
No,
god.
a man with no ego or less, like, the slightest bit
For
less
true
ego.
love for the club.
They win the FA Cup. They're like, all right, like, just admit it to yourself. Why are you lying to yourself so much? You're past your prime. You can't do it. You win the FA Cup. It's like, all right, dude, I'm gonna tip my hat, get off the stage before I slip and fall. He's sliding down the stairs right now.
It's also hard,
falling off
man,
the
because
stage.
in Wenger's defense, or his
Defense.
in Wenger's defense. No, in Wenger's defense, Fergie did the same thing.
But he won the league.
But
A
that's
lot.
but that's what he was waiting for.
A lot.
Fergie was gonna retire the year when Aguero got that buzzer beater. It's been rumored
But he won the
hasn't
Champions League
confirmed it.
too.
But he didn't want to drop down. He didn't want to step down on a down year. So he
No.
came. That's why we bought Van Persie.
Like
Like
he was going to
obviously
retire the
bought-
year before. And
Yeah.
by the way, who sold him Van Persie after
Yeah,
a
that
phone
was-
conversation?
But you know
What the shit?
what you got in return, bro? You should be fucking grateful.
Money?
Welbeck.
Oh yeah, get out of
No,
here. bro.
come on.
They snuck
Grateful.
Welbeck. No, but honestly, like that Welbeck sale was just out of
He's
nowhere.
doing awesome.
Arsenal did
How
not
many
need
games
Welbeck.
has he played
Yeah.
since?
And you didn't need him. Like he wasn't the guy who's gonna elevate your team, dude. Welbeck, as much as
That's
I love
that
him,
Wenger shit.
he's not that top 4 striker.
Hey,
dude.
Wenger.
That was a weird sale.
In
I think
offensive
there was
view,
a little
bro.
wink there.
Wenger, you're not Fergie. You're not Ferguson. Stop comparing yourself to the
But
greatest manager in
you
EPL
can't.
history.
You also
can't.
forgot something.
That's
though.
not who you are.
In that report, does it say that Pep said yes to Arsenal, or is it just saying that maybe it was just the talks of Arsenal going to Arsenal?
Either way, his
Either way, there
ego
were
shut
talks.
that shit down. He was
And
like, I'm not stepping
did
aside.
City hear about Arsenal and saying like, oh, he might be going there, and said to Pellegrini, just like, you're done, announce it. So once he announced it, Pep came over.
Well, it's also, I don't know how true it is, those rumors, because the
all
reason
alleged.
why, the reason why City brought
Who
in,
pushed that out? Troops.
It's not
the
a bad
reason why
source. though.
City,
It's not a bad source.
City brought in, what's his name? The sporting director from Barcelona.
Cheeky machakala bling bling something.
Yeah, him, Cheeky. to entice Pep. So the whole time, for the last 2 or 3 seasons, they've been sort of priming this team for Pep to take over. Whether at that time he had already committed, verbally or non-verbally or whatever, to the Man City job, or was he really available, we'll never know. But Man City has been plotting for Pep for the last 3 years or 3 seasons. So
Here's a
it's
problem.
tough to believe that.
City
right
will
now.
also give Pep a blank check.
Everyone
That's
on,
the
the,
other
Arsenal
thing.
won't.
everyone on the board is soft as hell because the Arsenal board can't afford to give anyone a blank check. They can afford it. It's been revealed Arsenal ranks 7th richest club in the world in terms of profits. It's been revealed. So in the top 10, so say what you want, it's the board. The board who weren't willing to say, Wenger, you're done. You're done now. Bow out. We know you didn't win anything, but this is your time. We have an opportunity to pick Pep. That to me is devastating news
You
because
should
it
have
really
sacked
shows.
his ass. Be
Dude,
like,
it's the
dude,
same.
we're gonna write the thing and say you resigned or you stepped down, but we're firing your ass and we're signing this guy. But it's bullshit, bro. Where are their balls at?
United
They
United
have
did
none.
the same thing to LVG. I mean, that's why they drummed him out. LVG,
Yeah, we took
Towards-
care of business. TCB.
by that second season, I'm not saying United was playing well, but the ship was a lot less rocky.
And
it wasn't
he
pretty.
was supposed to stay longer.
And he was talking about,
One
I
more
have
year.
a 3-year contract.
3 year- I have
3-year
3 years
contract.
contract.
Yeah,
oh,
3 years
Jose got
contract.
fired at Chelsea?
Yeah. Fuck
Oh.
this contract.
Oh, snap. Oh,
We have
wow.
a guy available, yeah.
No fucks.
Man,
given.
that's painful, bro. Real quick, let's wrap it up with Mings versus Zlatan. Zlatan gets a 3-game ban. Mings gets a 5-game ban.
I love it.
Hold your conspiracy theories, motherfuckers. The
Nah, this
reason...
was legit.
No,
Yeah.
that's a legitimate. That's a deadly weapon.
Stop looking at me.
No,
I
no,
don't
it wasn't
appreciate
that.
you
It
looking at
was-
me when you
Oh,
say
I
that.
thought it was for the spikes.
He was given 3 games. He appealed it. And if
Lost.
you're found guilty on an appeal, you get an additional 2 games. So he had 3, just
appealed
like
it?
Zlatan. He appealed it. But to his point, man,
Zlatan started.
unless you're in his brain, and Michael Owen says the same thing, how do you know he was actually trying to step
You
on him?
don't.
I can infer that, but they said they have proof that it was on purpose in the report. So Bournemouth comes out. Sorry, I'm gonna dominate for a minute.
I'm pretty sure that's what I sounded like last podcast. Saying, I don't know. It looked like you.
100% you did, Huss. I mean, you did.
But-
You definitely did. But like I agree with the suspension. 3-game. We're never debating. We're debating intent, and I was like, that kind of looked like on purpose. But if you remember, I said it was only based on what had happened before.
Context. It was
It was all context. So Bournemouth comes out and releases an official statement. AFC Bournemouth are extremely disappointed with the FA Regulatory Commission's decision to find Tyrone Mings guilty of the charges against him and impose a 5-game ban suspension. We will study the detailed reasons of the commission once they become available, but we find it extraordinary that the charges can be described as, in quotes, proven when there is absolutely no evidence to prove the incident was intentional. And it goes on from there. What do you guys think of that statement?
I think the FA is taking advantage of the power they have in this instance. Because, like you said, it's very difficult to prove intent. Even in the court of law, to prove intent, you almost have to be in someone's head. You have to see a premeditation to that. So unless there's a written out something that you can grasp, something that's tangible.
You guys ever seen Minority Report?
This is all hearsay.
You guys ever seen Minority Report?
Yeah. Love it.
I've
seen both of them.
It's the only way you can prove it.
I've seen both of them.
You're inside
future
the
crimes.
precogs.
Yeah.
You know, like
If they say, okay, we can't prove it, so you're off, Mings gets 0 games and Zlatan still gets 3, how does the papers, what do they write about then?
Look, it would be super controversial, and I think the FA was kind of cowardly if that was their thinking. It would be super controversial, but the facts of this case are we cannot prove he did it on
All you have
purpose.
to say is that you didn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it, you know, that
I don't know.
But
It's
also,
just, I don't know.
to
You know what I
just
mean?
keep
but
saying, I don't know.
England's the other way, though. England, if you're accused, you have to prove you're innocent.
Yeah.
Not
So-
if I accuse you, you have to prove.
Okay,
I
so
have
then
to prove you're guilty.
the proof that you then
You're right, man.
input
It was
is not
just
enough. It
FA
just wasn't enough.
overstepping.
Yeah.
It was FA overstepping. I think.
to say you have proof makes it so final.
Yeah.
Like there's no room for error when there actually is.
But I think it's one of those where deep down we know, like, all right, maybe the case, he got robbed on the case, but he definitely murdered that person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think deep down we know he stomped on him.
tell
dude.
OJ.
But I'm saying, like, it's like one of those where, like, we kind of deep down we know, man. Like, this was kind of intentional, but I don't think he was trying to kill him, but he knew what he was doing.
Getting
If that was his
philosophical here.
teammate, dude, I go back to that argument. I think he finds a way to get out the way. But you'll
Yeah,
never
you
know.
fall-
He
you-
shouldn't be suspended.
You fall on
5.
your face, like you fall on your shoulder, and like you might hurt yourself. But it's
Yeah,
like,
or
dude,
you
that's
jump out. Like,
my boy's head.
yeah.
Versus it's an opponent. It's like, yeah, like I'm gonna try not to, but I'm not gonna just leave my feet completely.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know.
It's big news.
If Al was playing and that was an opponent, you're stepping right on that guy's head.
Nah, man, I'm not like that. That's
It's out of control. That's all out right there.
I saw Al play last night. Was it last night? Takes some dude out. Al's whole body goes right through the dude. I was like, oh, just a foul, no count. I'm like,
Al tried to ghost him,
He
huh?
jumped.
Inhabit
No.
his body.
Oh, no, yeah, some dude was like trying to dribble around. And Al took no
okay.
craps, and they just went right through the dude.
If,
all run
you're
the
still,
same.
if you're still out here listening to the podcast, I'll retell the story in 3 seconds. He was not dribbling. There was a 50-50 ball that was closer to him than me, and I hesitated. I was like, "Ah, fuck! I still gotta go." I was like, "If I get there, I gotta go 100%." So I went 100% or like 90. Didn't get the ball, and he jumped out of the way. I took him out good time.
Dude,
took him out real good.
Classic.
It wasn't that bad though.
The kid was in
There's a
the air.
chance I'm not gonna get the
Dude,
ball.
the whole time he's telling me the story, I'm like, oh, Huss got it wrong. Al actually slipped. He didn't mean to hit him. He's like, nah, but I got him, though. I took him out good time.
If I
took
took
him out good
seats,
time.
I was like 5 feet away. I was like, oh no.
If you don't go 100% and you go into that tackle, you get hurt.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So I'm not gonna get hurt.
too.
I get a bad
I
ankle
love
as
that
it
you
is.
calculated it.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
nah, there's like a 30%, 40% chance I'm not gonna get this ball. I'm gonna go in 100%.
But no,
Just don't go in.
Just hold your position.
but
it was
oh yeah,
epic.
I guess so.
The kid,
I guess so.
the
You didn't
kid
think
had
about
hitting
that.
time.
You don't think about it. He's like, I'm going in.
He's taking a scalp, dude.
That's what we love
Yo,
about
fuck,
yo,
take your
that-
first
All-star
that-
team right
that
there.
kid-
Trump number 6.
That kid had legit hang time. He was
General
straight
right
up. He was soaring. He had the wings out. He was flying.
I apologize later. I found
Whatever.
him.
I mean, it was.
it's a
it
hard
was
I
fun.
gave him a touch on the shoulder.
It's a hard game.
But then he took you out from behind, so it was a foul for
I guess
a
that's
foul.
retribution. You could
Foul,
call
foul,
it.
foul,
Yeah,
foul.
yeah. It's getting late.
Dude, and
It's getting late,
seriously, lastly, I'm loving the Cold War on Facebook between Aaron Pinsky and Luke Whitty, dude.
Bring it on.
Like for like
my
Bring it
every
on.
day, dude.
It's a marathon right now.
I'm opening it up. I got
Going at
20 notifications.
98.
Just thumbs
I hit
up.
97 earlier. I was
50,
like, what is this?
40.
These dudes are.
Hey,
They got a Cold War
Constant
going.
double digits.
I love it, dude. Keep it up, guys. Feel free to get involved
Join the
in
race.
that war as well. We appreciate all the support. Announcement coming soon about the website, the store, all that good stuff. I know a few people are waiting for it. We're working furiously in the background, so we appreciate the support. Keep telling your friends, as I always say. Keep telling your mama.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this, you're probably on a computer or a phone or something. So hop on Facebook and give us a like. We got way
All
more
set, House.
downloads.
Even
Yeah,
Twitter,
definitely.
too.
Our-
Would appreciate that.
Yeah, our likes versus our downloads are just, it
crazy.
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't
So
compute.
please, guys, I mean, that helps the show grow as well. You know, personally, we're not super into social media, but we realize, like, to grow this thing, we need social media. So we're trying to participate as much as we can with you guys. If you have questions, throw it up on Twitter.
Or iTunes. Give us heat.
Give us heat on
critique
iTunes.
us. Maybe even a suggestion. You know, maybe we
We'll
can grow the show a certain way.
For every-
If
for
you're listening-
every-
if you're listening on iTunes, just go to our page. It's
For
just-
every
just a
like
click.
we get before April, we'll give Farid one slap in the stomach.
He's not
Like
here.
that.
He's not here,
He's
so
not here.
Farid, what do you think?
That sounds
Oh,
random.
didn't deny it.
I agree.
Perfect. Stomach slaps.
For
We'll do
each
it, what,
one.
Facebook Live?
Oh,
Facebook Live stomach slaps?
Oh, it's like an
It's
awful
gonna
waffle.
be an event.
All right. So starting tomorrow, or it's starting as soon as you guys hear
So we
this.
got like 3 weeks.
Let's do it.
Three-
Holy shit.
And
Go
hey,
Farid.
we can hold him down.
That's what happens when you leave.
That's getting weird. Now it's getting
That
weird.
sounds low rated, bro.
no, because if he
Low
tries to run
rated.
away or something.
Low.
That's like 5. You're like 5, Hussey.
Well, hold him down and pull his pants down.
Yeah. Don't touch his dick.
Come on now. Come on now.
Pulisic. 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 USA. USA. USA.